Oh, I'm actually late then. Hold on. Welcome in, welcome in. Good morning, everybody. How we doing? I actually have my coffee ready to go. Let's see who all is in here. We have Amphibious Orca first. That Cooper fellow, welcome in. Joe, who's supposed to be going to bed. Parse, welcome in. Girl Lily. It's daytime, what do you mean game night? Wait, no, it shouldn't be saying game night, right? I thought I updated it. Maybe I didn't. Can't wait to get rid of me every- You came in saying I should be in bed! Also, what time is it in Australia? Actually, I have a fancy thing that tells me the times. Oh, hold on, I didn't mean to do that. Let's see if it works. 2:43 a.m.? Holy shit. Yeah, that's pretty late, my friend. Are you just like a night owl or what? So it is Saturday. As you can see, all of the plants are inside, and some of them have already responded very poorly to being brought inside. As you can probably see, this one. It's Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, that's fair. I've actually had to move one, or at least Mr. Beans had to move one of the plants up to the top, and it looks so comical up there. Let me see if I can show it to you. Look at it. Because the cats have started to chew on it. Which, you'd think that they would have chewed, like, I mean, it's not like they had limited access to these plants outside. They totally, oh, I mean, they kind of did, because they didn't always get to go outside, but now they just, are just chewing on it. It's so fucking infuriating. Hold on, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna bring it over and show you. Look at this shit, dog. I'm so fucking... I caught him red-handed, like, while he was chomping on it. You know, perfect leaf, perfect leaf, perfect leaf. Oh, literally, the stereotypical munch shape. Fucking asshole, dude. Okay. The plant probably started it. Maybe. Anyways, how have you been doing? How's your week's been? Also, okay, I have to say, this is a pretty good bit. This thing is a pretty good bit. Hey, Saysan, welcome in. A YouTube short. Yeah, I'll take a look at that in a second. I think what I'll do today while I'm, watching some, like when I'm reacting to something, I'll probably work on... I've been wanting to make a new starting soon screen. And I want to have it be where, it basically Hold on, why am I so quiet? Okay, I should be a little better, maybe. Maybe a little better. Maybe a little better. Okay. I want it to be like a desk and have like, you know, where I have this TV screen here, I want it to be like bigger so that I can put up something, you know, something that's like this and I wouldn't have to make it fucking huge. I mean, this starting soon screen is just something I bought from like Etsy or whatever, you know? And now when I look for like starting soon screens like this, they're all like AI generated, which is fine. I don't necessarily have too much of a problem with that necessarily. It's just that then I don't want to spend money on it, you know? Epstein is in the Trump files? Okay, Cho, that was one of the things I was considering doing today, was going over the files. But as I understand it, it's, like, I just really want, like, the juicy bits, you know what I mean? If there's somebody who's already gone through all of the files and has found the relevant juicy bits, I am like, you know, I want to see that. Like, if somebody has a video or something. Epstein may have pictures of Trump blowing Bill Clinton. Yeah, Krail of Sand. Yes, I heard about that. Salty Squid also welcome in. All of the files. Yeah, I heard about that. The Bubba thing. That's crazy. Imagine... I was telling this to Mr. Beans yesterday. Imagine having, like... Imagine, like, 25 years of your life being bookended by, like, blowjob scandals. You know what I mean? So good news, we haven't been using getting Epstein wrong. I heard that Curtis Sliva is in the files, but it's just a paragraph about Curtis Sliva surviving a drive-by from Crips, Blood, Sopranos, and Argentinian Yakuza. Well, Trump hates Bulldog because she made Bill complete quicker. Oh, not even 1 year into his second presidency, by the way. Oh, of course. Listen, okay, I'm 100% convinced that, like, it's not just the Senate thing. The you know how, like, Marjorie Taylor Greene is currently, like, turned on Trump, and I think it was like AOC or whoever who had theorized that it was because Trump killed her, like, Senate chances, and then it turns out that that was, like, probably true. Have y'all heard about that? Did y'all hear about that? Like, because now Trump has turned on Marjorie Taylor Greene and has withdrawn his support for Marjorie Taylor Greene, and now there's a new text that came out that showed what Marjorie Taylor Greene sent to Trump before he, like, denounced her, and it was about Epstein. Epstein was expecting to get pardoned by Trump, so no fucking way he committed suicide. I have a choosy Abbott video and content, so... Okay, yeah. Oh, I have to also watch Say Sans Link. Okay. So yeah, that's what we'll probably... I mean, we'll probably bop around. I don't have, like... I have kind of a specific... Well, I kind of have some things that I want to watch, but no particular order that I care to do them in. Cry of Kirk. Ooh, okay. Oh, what is this? Oh, we've got some good content suggestions. Okay, cool. Hey, Goofy Ghoul, welcome in. True, it's an important link. Alright, cool. Here, let's, okay, here, let's do this, okay? What is your ethnicity? Brown. Specifically South Asian. Okay, well, let's look at this. Oh, chibi! It's a chibi link! Okay, why can I not hear the chibi? This is ridiculous. Alright.
Princess Peach. What do you think? Princess Peach.
What the hell? Yo, what the fuck? Oh my god, that's crazy. Bowser, fucking, oh, they did not. Okay, listen, they gave him the 6-pack. They gave him the fucking. They gave him the fucking. What is this? What's it called? Oh my god, why am I blanking on this? What is it called? The It's the dip. I don't want to look it up. The V-line. That's great. The V-line. They gave him a fucking V-line. Unless this is some kind of like G-string or some shit he's wearing. Why? What is this? Is this an official game or what am I watching? Fucking chibi, dude. Bowser got that dad bod. That is not a dad bod. What are you talking? This is not a dad bod. This is not a dad bod. Also, yes, I am Sri Lankan, Goofy Ghoul. I would take tequila shots off those ass for sure. How you doing, Kuyamaya? Welcome in. It's a Chad bot. He's a dad, though? Okay. That's fair. But that doesn't mean he's a... Hey, 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 hey. Talos! No, actual Bowser got a dad bod. This art piece is fake. It's... I mean, I know it's an art piece and that it's kind of fake. Also, why did my music stop? Oh no, it just switched songs. Okay. I thought it was doing that thing. Wait! Huh? What? From the sound of it, there's a suspicious amount of silverware in Chibi's desk. It should have been me, not her! It's not fair! I'm glad she didn't overreact. Okay, yeah, but what is this game? Is this a game? Or a movie? I always like the chibi, like, Is it the one... where's the one that, that female eunuchs will sometimes post? Hold on. Let me find it. Is it this?
Let the autism commence.
No, this is not the one. It's like the... I like the one that female eunuchs, shows. The one that's basically like... You know, you are authorized to release the autism. Maybe I'll ask female uni. Okay, what was the other thing that I was thinking? Also, why is my light weird? I'm very orange? Let me see. Hold on. That's too blue. Okay, that's a little better. Okay.
Chibidoki, the Global Defense Agency has given you full authorization to use your autism at full power. Activation code G0C R,@,ZY1. Leave no survivors.
What happened? I blacked out.
What happened? I blacked out. Fucking amazing. Okay, so it was the weaponizes her. Okay, I just need to like save this one. This is the one I need to. Oh, also, okay. Autism, it's so strong it removed her hair. Did someone say Kane lives? Who's Kane? This is an important announcement.
Hey, the big man's back. www.thekidfrombrooklyn.com. You ever see them signs on a highway billboard?
What am I watching? What is this?
Years ago, I'd walk a mile for a camel, or they used to have cigarette commercials. The guy used to say I'd walk a mile for a camel. Well, let me tell all you young people out there, the big man would walk 20 miles for a quaalude. Let me tell you. That was the drug back there in the late 70s and 80s. Quaaludes.
What am I watching? What is this?
The good old Aurora 714, and they changed it to lemon. I tell you, I wish I had a couple of them fucking lemons now. That was the best fucking drug ever made. It was so fucking good, the government took them off the fucking market because they were putting the fucking drug dealers out of fucking...
Sane as Nice Beans Chatterlake. True. Okay, I'm so confused. Also, I don't know what Quaaludes are. Also, I am very impressed at this man's ability to completely hide his teeth. I know he has teeth because I saw a glimpse of them, but like when he speaks, you barely see them. Look at that.
Non-narcotic, non-addictive, bring back the fucking Quaaludes! You can take all the fucking cocaine, marijuana, and all them fucking designer drugs they make today and stick them up your fucking ass! There's nothing like a fucking Quaalude! I tell you, they were the fucking best!
I'm so confused. Blackburn, well, explain yourself. What is this? Global Defense Initiative is a faction in Command and Conquer, and Kane is the leader of their enemies. Oh! And the Global Defense Initiative authorized that autism, if I heard right. Yes, okay. We need to bring back the Ludes? The Quaaludes? Okay. I know nothing. I've obviously heard that word before, but I don't really know what it does. Okay. What do we want to start with? Another Linky?
You're a feminist? Okay, name all woman. Obama.
Obama?
You're a feminist?
She's so real for that. Obama. She's so real for that one. Okay. Also, as a side note, so there have been two things that I've been watching. Chibi's so real. Chibi's great, okay? How are you doing, Leonard? Welcome in. There are two things I want to show you. What is this? Is this the Ab and Preach one?
I saw
yes, it is. Okay, wait. Before we start with this, there are two things I want to very quickly mention because it's something that I've been doing. So I have unfortunately been watching. Hey, Solemn, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Welcome in. We're just getting started with our React shit. Twilight raid. Let's fucking go. Welcome in, Christopher Wallace. Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, so here's what I've been watching. Okay. A Chris Chan Comprehensive History, the 85-part series, which I do not recommend to binge. It is a very soul-crushing time if you just binge it. But it was very interesting. I did not know... Okay, I knew, like, about Chris Chan. Kind of like I knew about, you know, the other lolcows. I knew some things about her, like that she like did the Sonichu thing, the Sonichu medallion, and like some other things. And then I obviously knew about the motherfucker part, right? But I didn't really know like anything else about her. So I watched this series. It was very informative. I did not know, for example, that that Kiwi Farms was literally started because of Chris Chan. I didn't know that. And I also didn't know that like that the creator of Kiwi Farms, Null, was like helping out Christine before, you know, she got arrested for the thing. Sonic died on the cross for our sins. I thought you had seen this. Oh no, wait, that was Stardust. I'm just gonna start digging. Yeah. Comprehensive history of Christians? No. So that's one thing that I've been watching. Unfortunately, it stops at part 85, right? It stops essentially around the time of her arrest. So apparently, if anyone is interested in this kind of thing, apparently starting next year, this channel, Gino Samuel, who is considered to be like he's the well, he's not the cataloger because there are other people that catalog, but he is like the definitive person who's done like a comprehensive history, right? It's like considered one of the best. Like this man, I shit you not, he's putting out, he has a Patreon, and one of the Patreon like things that he's gonna be putting out Blu-rays of this fucking series. Blu-rays that like a certain tier of Patreon sub can get. Like that's how like I guess you could say comprehensive or like quote unquote official. Like Chris Chan herself has watched this series and has like commented on several of the videos. It's crazy, right? Hey Ties and Wine, welcome in. And so that was one thing. So starting next year, he's going to be remastering this series and putting out like essentially re-releasing all of these episodes week by week. And then when he gets to part 85, then the next week he'll put out part 86, which will be then like picking up where he left off after the arrest. That's one of the things I've been doing. The second thing I've been doing is watching Twin Peaks with the people in chat. I accidentally, I think I fucked up my algorithm since I'm going over my history. I fucked up my algorithm because there's this there's this thing, okay? There's this thing called a floof for people, okay? And I've had this saved onto my Etsy like wish list forever because like apparently there's a tutorial how to make this, because there's no way I'm buying this for like whatever this costs, right? Like $360. When I could probably make this myself if I wanted to. I unfortunately looked up floof for people tutorial on YouTube because apparently they have a YouTube tutorial on how to make this, okay? And I accidentally very briefly fell into fucking Therians? Like the furry side of YouTube, and I like quickly escaped, okay? I just started rewatching Twin Peaks yesterday. Okay, sorry, back on track, okay? I swear, my Vyvanse hasn't kicked in yet, okay? Now, this video, if you finish watching Twin Peaks, you watch the first and the second seasons, and then the movie, and then the third season. I know Pars is in the chat. I know this is a 4-hour and 35-minute video. I think you should watch it. I'm still watching it in pieces, but I think it's a really good breakdown of what his what Lynch's fucking symbolism is, and like it, like why it supports the theory that Watsaku was mentioning, like at the end when we finished it. 4 hours. I know it's 4 hours, but Parse, we've just literally watched hours and hours and hours of Twin Peaks, right? If you love Twin Peaks, you should play Deadly Premonition. What is that? Is that a horror game? It's a survival game. Oh god. Open world survival horror game. Even LGBT people can go get. I have no idea where that came from. If you love Twin Peaks, you should play Alan Wake and Alan Wake 2. Mr. Beans has told me to play Alan Wake. I might actually play Alan Wake. It seems like a good game. And I barely remember anything from when I watched Mr. Beans play it, like, over, like, it's been years now. Icebeans should be forced to play through Armored 3 campaign on veteran difficulty. It will make up for not playing Dead Space. Oh, God. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. I know there were some links that I needed to catch up on. Okay, wait, Beans. What is this? Is this a short?
Gone. I love Israel. I love Israel. Gone. Gone. I love Israel. Israel.
Okay, alright. That's a good... Okay, listen. That's a good one. This is a good one. I like that one. Okay, I like that one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Alan Wake sounds like a woke game. It is a woke game. It's Alan Woke. It literally has Wake in the title. What do you mean? Okay, what is this? Another Blackburn link?
I think we have a Russian in our team. Hello?
Hello? Can you most, bitch?
Are you from Russia?
No, I'm from England, America!
So, who's your president?
Michael Jordan!
What?
Michael Jordan. What the f, dude? Fucking you mouth! No, sorry! Hey! Oh my god! Hi! Why?
What the hell? Okay, this is not as funny as the Bliat video that we were dying laughing to the other a few weeks ago. Okay, also, what is this? Oh my god, it's a no. Oh right. This is Conduit's video. Maybe we'll get to Conduit's video. Okay, what is this though? Conduit's video is like fucking an hour and 30 minutes though. Oh, it's a Zach Choi. Okay. I'm giving myself 3 more minutes of stun locks, and then we're gonna move on. Okay. Alright, cool. Alright. Oh, I have... Oh, that's so cool. I think I have this exact mortar and pestle. Like, this exact one. I'm pretty sure you got it from Costco. Okay. Is he making death by Oreo cupcakes? Oh my god. What the hell? He's making death by Oreo cupcakes, isn't he? Oh, no, he's not. Never mind. Is it like a Yule log? Okay. Oh, it's literally just... Huh? Oh, you put it in the fridge. Okay. Okay. You put it... Why is it repeating? Who asked it to loop? Is there a way to make it look... Have any of y'all had death by... There's... Okay. I made these one time, and it truly is too many Oreos. It really is, okay? Like, there's Oreos in the batter. There's Oreos in the frosting. There's a fucking Oreo at the bottom of the cupcake. And then there's a mini Oreo on the top. Right? So much feeling green, not enough cookie. The cookie's the best part. Yeah, Ties, before I used to be like the cream person. Now I'm very much like a cookie person. In fact, I used to be like a double stuff Oreo person. And now I can really only eat either the regular Oreos or the thins, right? Too many Oreos. What do you have? Diabetes? Now I'm hungry. Oh, sorry. Here's it. What we were talking about. What is this? Oh, yeah. Wait.
Бляха. Какой я уебан, блядь.
The way he comes back, bro, it's so funny.
Бляха. Блядь. Какой я уебан, блядь. Какой я уебан.
Oh my god, I can't. Oh. Okay. Also, okay, do I want to do... Okay, so actually... Okay, this is the last thing we're gonna do before we move on. Okay, also because I'm guaranteed to forget if I don't do this right now. Okay. So I actually wanted to talk about this by actually making like making Sri Lankan food to show y'all. But I didn't have time to do that. And I also forgot to bring curry leaves, and there's just like a whole bunch of shit that I forgot to do, okay? So I'm just gonna talk about it today, and then next week I'll bring in like I'll do a cooking stream next week, and we'll make like Sri Lankan food. So I can show y'all, okay? There was the other the other week on Chris's stream, I think. I got very triggered because we were talking about eating food with hands, right? And then that led to like I think Ties basically what was your question, Ties? You basically wanted to know like why, like what would be the reason for eating food with hands apart from like culture, I think that was your question. And I was at work, and I was like slammed, so it's not like I could like sit and like fucking effort post and chat, right? Yeah, what is the cultural significance outside of tradition? Right, okay. And so then I was like, and you know, then I was like, and then Chris was like, okay, yeah, why don't you recommend us some like food, right? So I think what I'm gonna do for that part, well, I'll explain first, and then I'll like give some recommendations later, right? Everyone uses their hands to eat. What do you hold the fork with? Your toes? Okay, so here I will pull up an image that I can use to show you. Okay. So a really common food is this. It's rice and curry, okay? Hey, 2-bit, welcome in. So when you have this kind of a plate, this is very standard, like meal. It's a very standard meal in the sense that it has a bunch of components. You have rice, you have some kind of vegetable curry that has like gravy in it, or like oh, I don't know if you can see my mouse. I don't think. Why can't you see my mouse? Anyways, so you have like this kind of like vegetable gravy, whatever. You might have another veggie over here, which is like the beans and I think this is like beets. Okay, up here on the top left corner is where you would, you'd find like meat. So this looks like fish. Okay, this looks like little sprats. And then here, the green stuff is usually it's like some kind of vegetable. We call it a sambal. Like, so for example, there's a leaf that's called gotukolo, and like this is the dish that you would make from it is basically like it's basically like chopped up leaf, like onions, tomatoes, that kind of thing, right? So when you eat this kind of dish, number one, there's no real good way to eat this with a fork. You can eat this with a fork. It's not that you can't eat it with a fork, but the point of having this kind of meal with all of these components is that you're supposed to take little bits of each part and you put them together into like a little handful of food, and then you put it in your mouth. You can use a spoon. You could do it. The problem is that a lot of Sri Lankan curries, okay, so if you say, so as an example, you might have chicken curry, right? The chicken is gonna come like this. You could, if you wanted to, use a fork and spoon to separate the meat from the bone. But it's just so much easier and so much faster, and it's just way easier to do this with your hands. That's just literally it. In fact, so Mr. Beans made chicken curry last night, and maybe if I'm hungry, maybe I'll eat it later, like on stream or something. But like, it's just so much easier to do this. And also the other thing too is that when you eat it with your hands, it is way easier to like control like how much of each portion gets into like the mouthful of food, right? The green leaf vegetable looks a bit like soy vegetables. Okay, wait, hold on. I've missed something. I've missed some chats. Persian dish I want to recommend for you to make as well, which is moderately difficult and it is in a Kubi. I think we do have a thread for like food that like recipes to share, you know? Wait, how do you pronounce onions? I don't know. Onions? Hey D's, welcome in. I have a different issue. I'm a fucking autistic child. Don't like meat with the bone. Yeah, that's fair. Like, okay, and that's the other thing too. Oh, that's the other part of it too, is that when Sri Lankans make food, a lot of times, let me see if I can find an example of this, okay? Oh, actually, this is a good example, right? This is a really good example of another dish that you would eat, and you obviously are not going to eat this curry leaf. There are lots of bits in Sri Lankan food when you eat it that you don't eat, okay? I can see one right here. This is like probably like a cardamom clove, right? Like you're going to have to pick it out, and it's so much easier to pick it out if you use your hands. And mixing the food into one big mess is still an issue because you can't control how much of each you get. Yes, that's one part of it. The other part of it is that if you mix it all up, you're then losing like you're gonna lose like the texture of the food. Okay, so like for example, wait, can you see my mouse on? I don't know why the mouse doesn't appear on the screen. Oh wait, now it does. It's because it was zoomed in. Okay, so here's like meat. Here's like these are brinjals. What are brinjals? Oh, eggplant. Yeah, okay. This is eggplant right here. Here's like a tomato salad. This right here is like fried onions. And they're crispy, right? They're crispy. They're supposed to be like, they're supposed to stay crispy. If you mixed all this shit up, that crisp would go away, right? Is that why I don't like Sri Lankan food? I mean, yeah, there are lots of bits in Sri Lankan food that come out. And it's really funny because I think that yeah, here's a great example. Like how I can't I'm not even joking, right? Like there'll be times where I'll make even something that is like I'll make fried rice and I'll have like curry, right? And like if we're just making dinner or whatever. And I'll always start out with a fork. Right? Like I'll bring a fork to the table and I hand my husband his plate and he just goes in with his hands. And I'll eat a few bites and then after a few bites I switch to my hands because I'm like, okay, this is just easier to do with my hands. Now it is a practice thing, like, you know, obviously if you're not used to doing it, then you might not like. But after a while, you get really good at, like, not dropping bits and pieces. And even if you do, it's like, whatever, it's on the plate, right? The other thing, too, and what's funny is that while I wasn't looking up any of this stuff or whatever, right? But, my Instagram feed gave me this fucking amazing video that I want to show y'all. Wait, let me see if I can pull it up without fucking doxing myself. I would have eaten Sri Lankan food if I knew it was culturally appropriate to pick out all the vegetables. No, come on now. That's some Mr. Beans shit right here. Okay, Instagram. Let's go to my saved. Mute. Oh, it's oh god, it's already muted. Holy shit. How do I do this? Stop bad-mouthing Mr. Beans, you big L. Hey, Angry Moose. How you doing? Oh my fucking... Are you serious? This content may be inappropriate. It's unavailable for certain audiences. Are you fucking joking? What the hell? Yo, what the fuck, bro? Hold on, maybe she has a YouTube channel. Maybe she has a YouTube channel. Are you fucking joking right now? Please tell me she has a... Oh. God damn it! She doesn't have a... How do I... Is there a way to... Okay, I imagine... I understand why... I don't wanna... Wait, am I doxing myself if I do this? No, I think as long as I don't... Wait, hold on. I think as long as I don't click on my profile thing, then it won't dox me. Right? Okay. Yeah, here, I'll just do it that way. Oh, but then I have to fucking log into Instagram. Okay, bear with me a moment, guys. Browser? No, not browser. No capture? Temp. Okay. Instagram. Okay, yeah. Capture cursor, okay. She doesn't have an Instagram channel, sorry, she doesn't have a YouTube channel, unfortunately. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna refresh so that it plays, okay? By the way, just open it incognito. Wait, no, but no, I tried, but it like, well, I tried to just open the link, but because apparently her content is tagged, I guess it's tagged like for mature, well, partly because she's like a fucking bodybuilder. So she, I think her stuff is just tagged. Here, I'm moving the lurkers, right? Okay, anyways, well, Instagram is fucking shit sometimes, okay? All right, we're just gonna watch this. Oh my god.
Let's make something healthy. So for the longest, I absolutely refuse to talk about my cultural dishes online. Not because I don't want to, but because people can be simply ignorant towards other people's culture online. But I've come to understand that us foreigners don't know how to share our authentic dishes to the viewers, because we know it, we eat it, we grew up in it, but the reality is they don't know it, they don't understand it. So it's your job to explain to them what it is. Today we're making fufu from scratch. And this is cassava. Cassava, the roots, the stem, all of it can be used as a food. Today we're using the roots. Much like toddlers, give a toddler a food that's very unfamiliar to them, they're gonna think you're crazy, right? Now, explain it to them and take a bite.
Fucking
now,
crazy.
All of a sudden, it's mine. Same thing when it comes to authentic dish. And if you don't think your fufu tastes good, add some plantain on it. It just bring the flavor a bit more. This in here. Fufu on the fire. We're gonna let it boil a little bit, then we'll come back to fight it. Flexing in front of fufu is diabolical, but we don't care because we'll be lifting weight.
Look at that shit, dude.
This is where the gym results come through. We'll be using peanut butter.
I love her.
Soup.
Maggie.
Spicy and ginger. Peanut butter go on the fire. And add your peppers and onions.
Holy shit, dude.
Some shrimp.
Shrimp.
See, if you chose to share your culture with the world.
Okay. Alright. It's soup. It's soup, right? It's fucking soup.
Be intentional about it. In Africa, we don't fuck fufu, we finger fufu.
We finger fufu.
This is the texture of when we serve fufu. So tapping it like this is great, but you don't get much soup, so you get a deep in it. So tap your finger in there to create a hole, and now when you go in there, you got more soup.
She's fucking fingering the fufu. Yo, listen, this is fucking soup. She's eating soup with her fucking hands, because that's how you eat fufu. How do you not burn your hands? I think it's not that hot. Is the fufu consent? Bro, that amount of peanut butter would make my body work for 5 days. Look, she's a fucking bodybuilder, okay? I think she can handle it. But yeah, no, same, right? She's a queen. I know, right?
Guys, let's go for diving. Gonna go in there. Grab some shrimp. Some butter. Now we're gonna peel everything up.
Hey, you see that? Like, that, you see how, like, easily she just, like, picked off, like, the fish? Yeah, you can cut it with a fork and knife, right? But that, okay, and that's part of it. Like, the answer to your question, Tadais, is mostly that it's like connecting firsthand, like, you know, directly with the texture of your food, right? And there is some, like, there's some spiritual shit that, like, goes along with it, about, like, I say shit, but it's not really shit, right? It's like intentionality. It's like connecting with your meal and things like that. That's sort of part of it. But I know from, like, a practical aspect, a lot of people, like, that's not super important to them, right? But it's I think that idea of, like, what is the most what's the most compatible or what's the most like easiest thing to do is not going to be necessarily a fork and a knife, because you wouldn't eat this. I don't think you would eat this with like a spoon. Like that texture of that soup actually looks like it's like a fucking Euclidean liquid or whatever the fuck, right? If you can pick it up, I don't think you could call it soup. You can be mindlessly eating when you're using your hands. Chopsticks? I mean, yeah. You can use some ass spoons. Oh no! If you can pick it up, I don't think you could call it soup. Well, it's, to be fair, I don't think fufu is soup. Like, I don't know what fufu... I guess, actually, hold on. Fufu and a goosey soup? It's a stew. Well, it's called soup. I'm just gonna look up fufu. Pounded meal. Meal. Oh, I see. Oh, so she's... Oh, I see. So fufu's just... Okay, I understand. Hey! Welcome in, Shai Halud McFiston. She made the fufu into a bagel. Fufu bagel! Shai on YouTube? Oh, saying hi to people on YouTube.
Stay hydrated. Alright guys, I'm about to go take this off. Let this titty hang as I enjoy this. Bye guys.
Amazing. Okay, I guess she's on Instagram and TikTok and that's her channel, okay? Alright, okay. That was great. Okay, thank you very much for sharing that. But like that, I think that kind of also the other thing too is that like if you look at so when you eat Ethiopian food, right? If you go and eat Ethiopian food, you're gonna get something like this. Okay? You're gonna get like a platter that's like this. And their bread is called injera, and it's like this it's made out of like fermented milk, I think. You can eat, like technically you could eat this with a fork, but you're supposed to take a bit of the injera and pick up like whatever it is that you're picking up. Like these are lentils, this is potato, this is like oh my god, I'm blanking on, this is probably beetroots, these are beans. Like it's so much easier to do this with your hands, right? Hey Dragon D's Nuts, thank you for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I see a fork. Yeah, I mean there's a fork. That doesn't mean you eat this. Like it's not easy to eat it with a fork. I think that's the better way to say it. Dirty hand people. That white bread looks like croissant that have to be put in the oven. It kind of does, but it's injera. It's actually this makes it look, that picture made it look more like white than it normally is. Normally, when I've seen it, it looks like this. It looks like this. Look at the linky. What is this?
Welcome to Soup So Good It Can Cure Any Sickness. Today we're having Hungarian goulash.
Okay, wait, hold on. Is this related to hands, though? Because I can wrap up the hands thing real quick before we move on. I don't know. I just think, like, that, that it really does depend on what it is that you're eating. A lot of, like, a lot of Asian cultures and African cultures will have like food that you eat with your hands, and I think, and this is why, and I'll say that this is kind of why I got triggered, right? Because when you like dismiss it off the bat, right? Like you are like stigmatizing that culture, right? And you are making people feel self-conscious for eating with their hands, right? Like if you go to Sri Lanka, you are going to see people eating with their hands because that's how they've always eaten, right? And if you take somebody from that culture and you put them into a Western culture, and then they get shamed for using their hands. I mean, I feel like that's pretty straightforward to understand. Like, this is something that causes people to lose touch with their culture, is if they feel shamed for doing the things that they would do in their culture, right? And it's like it doesn't make sense. Well, for one thing, it doesn't make sense on a like, it doesn't make sense on many levels, I think. But also, it's like, it's hypocritical, because there are absolutely things that Westerners eat with their hands that they don't side-eye. People eat wings, they eat burgers, they get their hands messy. They put their hands in their mouth all the time, right? So to look at somebody who is eating a meal like this with their hands and say that's weird, or that's not efficient, or that's not, like, it doesn't make sense to me, right? Eating with hands in and of itself doesn't gross most people out. It's just food that you normally wouldn't use your hands to eat that grosses people out. But no, Solemn. I'm saying I definitely see that. I see that sentiment even when it is food that would be eaten with your hands, like rice and curry, right? I will hate even anyone using fork with pizza. That's fair, because it's like, I don't know. The thing is that when you go to Sri Lanka, right? Especially if you're like a white person or you're a foreigner, just in general, right? Like, it's not that people will judge you for using a fork and knife, right? It's more that they would be happy if you ate with your hands, because it's, to them, you are making an extra step to connect with the culture that you're currently in, right? And it's like, I guess to me it is upsetting in a way when people do that, because like, this is the kind of thing that does cause, like, I don't know, it's just a very like limited, like, these are my cultural standards and I'm going to inflict them on everybody else, kind of, right? But I don't know. I think having that bit of culture that you keep with you is nice, right? I mean, it's just ignorant. I think no, it is ignorance most of the time. It's ignorance. I'm not saying that it's like malicious, right? It's definitely, I wouldn't say that, like, and that's why I'm not actually mad at, like, I'm not mad at like Chris for like joking around with me. But it's just more so that you should, if you can, at least try to understand why that might be the case, right? My grandmother, who spent her life in Suriname and the Netherlands, never used utensils. She was always eating with her hands. Yeah, and this is the other thing too. Like, Sri Lankans will often eat with their hands, like food that would normally be eaten with like forks, right? And that's just because it's like, that's just kind of what they're used to, right? Like, I eat noodles. Okay, if we make fried noodles, because you can make like Sri Lankan fried noodles, right? Which are really fucking good, by the way. Holy fucking shit, dude. This shit, oh my god. Fucking amazing. You would think, like, yeah, here's a dish that you would eat with a fork, because it's fucking noodles. No, people will eat this with their hands too, right? And it's like at this point, it's like, okay, I even with the egg there, I could just cut that with my fork, and I will, I'll do that. But I guess my point is that it's not a bad way to do it, that's all. Probably the better way to look at it is not making yourself an exception. Wait, hold on. Why am I like not understanding that? But yeah. Anyways, that's mostly it. It's not even like that it's a huge deal. Okay, let's look at this Hungarian goulash. If you're eating soup, can you just pick up the bowl and drink? I would struggle with trying to finger my soup. Yeah, I think that like, again, that, you know, that fufu video, like, that, I didn't expect that, you know? I genuinely did not expect, like, I just watched it, okay? Because I think the thumbnail was her cutting the cassava, like, the way she was doing that, and that's what made me click on that, okay? Like, that and the fucking huge tits. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. But, like, but, like, I didn't expect her to go in with her fucking fingers, right? I didn't expect her to do that. I did not. So it was very pleasant surprise to see what, like, I don't know how they would finish that bowl. I'd actually want to, like, look at that, right? I think that, also, I think with that fufu, what was it called again? Fufu and aguzi. Traditional West African meal is dipped into... Oh, no. Okay, I understand now. No. The fufu wasn't the soup. The fufu wasn't the soup. The fufu was the... Hold on. Can I bring that thing back up? Wait, let me make sure I don't fucking... I mean... Hold on. The fufu wasn't the soup. The fufu was the... God damn it. Fucking Instagram, dude. Are we gonna have to wait until she gets to that part? I'm just gonna wait till she gets to that part, okay? It was the grain paste. Right. That was what she dipped it into the... Okay, alright. I see. Because the fufu picks up the soup. So this is fufu. This part right here. Look, she's eating this with her fucking hands, dude. Ah! Okay.
What's up?
Okay, hold on. I'm so sorry. That's messy as fuck, dude. Oh my god, she got her palm messy. Okay, this is the other thing too, is that, like, so with what, maybe with, like, with African food, or at least with this food. This is porn. Yeah, I mean, this is the... Listen, I think that this is probably more messy than what I would sort of, like, tolerate. So, like, with Sri Lankans, most of the time, we don't get our palms involved. Like, your palms can kind of get a little dirty sometimes, but, like, most of the time, all of the food is, like, finger, like... This is the part that gets messy, right? I'm not gonna watch her slurp this down, okay? I think that's a little too much. Also, hold on, fuck. I think God damn it, I it, like, looped all the fucking way around. Okay, I think we get the point, though. We get the point, I think. That we know that was the fufu part, okay? One girl, one soup. Jesus Christ. Alright, okay. Let's watch this Hungarian goulash thing.
Welcome to Soup So Good It Can Cure Any Sickness. Today we're having Hungarian goulash.
Also, I like how I said that I was gonna do 3 more minutes of stun locks, and then... Well, I guess this was, like, something I wanted to talk about at some point anyway. Ooh. Okay. I would not mind trying this out. Actually, this looks like fairly doable. Bill Clinton has confirmed the existence of the no fucking way. Can you link that to... Can you... Oh, fucking damn... God damn it, what the hell? Why would you do that to me? Huh? Mods, censor that man. I'm just kidding. Holy shit, bro. Dreams? I know! The way he's splashing them in is killing me. Look at that fucking mess he just made. Wait, hold on. I think I went too far back. I went too far back. It's all going all over the place! Okay. See, look at the Okay, what do you eat this with bread? What do you do? Okay, wait. Do you eat pans to shot with no mess? What do you dip bread into this at all? Hungarians? Any Hungarians in chat? Build content. Oh yeah, okay. That's another thing too, okay? By the way, if y'all are not in the Discord, you should be. You should be because there's now a section in the Discord that is solely for Trump Epstein updates. Okay? I called it Trumpelstiltskin updates.
Well, honk honk, motherfucker!
So
Honk honk!
so that's amazing. Okay. Oh my god, thank you for the 100 bits, Cho. Oh no. No! No, 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 no! No, is it too late? No! Wait! Wait! No! Lauren wasn't started! No! Wait, hold on. Can I replay that? Holy shit. I'm so sorry, Cho. Hold on, give me a second. Justice for Cho! No. Oh no. Wait, let me see. Let me see if it's too late. No. I mean, it's definitely too late. But here, I will attempt. Actually, I don't know how to make it replay apart from like replaying the
Well, honk honk, motherfucker! Honk honk!
Yeah, I know it does that. Oh. No.
Well, honk honk, motherfucker! Honk honk!
Hey, Kristen, with 100. Thank you. It's okay, just put the what on?
Fufu bagel, fufu bagel, fufu bagel, fufu bagel, fufu bagel, fufu bagel, fufu bage, fufu bagel, fufu bagel, fufu bagel, fufu bagel, fufu bagel, fufu bagel, fufu bag, fufu bagel, 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 fufu bagel.
Thank you. That was very nice, Lauren. Scammed, I'm so sorry. You eat goulash by serving it on the side like bread, dumplings, or noodles to soak up the sauce. Okay. It's also like getting to be winter, so that's a good dish. Now one more time, more Lauren. You could you know what you could do is do the like the beans for TTS, right? That's a good way to do it. Okay, all right. Let's let me pull up what I'm actually doing. Let's actually continue before we think about doing Conduits video. Let's do I kind of want to do the Ab and Preach one because it's been a while since I've done Ab and Preach. You know what I mean? What game is Mr. Beans playing in the background? He's playing... I asked him what game he was playing, and he told me it was Hogwarts Legacy. I don't think it is Hogwarts Legacy. It involves him sniping...
Look at this, yee ass streamer with their goofy haircut and those long ass toes on God for real.
Toes? Long ass toes? What do you mean, brother? it involves him sniping Nazis. Okay, so wait, what's the game? What's the game? Harry Potter wins both. I just asked him and he said Hogwarts Legacy again. Sniper. Oh, right. Sniper Elite. Yes. Sniper Elite. Why? So yeah, he's playing that in the background. Okay. J.K. Rowling ties. I had a joke, but it was too edgy. Speaking of snipers. I won't cry for my kid dying, but I cry for Kirk.
I saw this clip going viral, and it did make me chuckle. It involves Officer Tatum and his opinions on men crying. Let me make sure I know exact. 2 years ago about men crying, he said some interesting things. So why don't we just take a look at that together?
I would say that a lot of women are going to lose attraction for you if you cry in front of them. Weak men are viewed as unattractive. And
that look, the look that all of those women are giving him.
Weak men are viewed as unattractive. And
fucking what, dude?
You can make the argument that crying can be viewed as a weakness.
I think that men should not show all of their emotions to women, because women judge men very harshly on that. I would never cry for my wife.
Really?
In front of my wife?
Judge men very harshly on that. I would never cry in front of my wife.
Oh, in front of my wife.
I just wouldn't.
What if your kid died?
That's a different thing. I mean, I would try not to cry in front of my wife if my kid died. I'm her foundation.
Yo, what the fuck?
I'm her strong point. I cry on my own, but if everything is going south, I want my wife to know I'm strong in that situation. I heard a guy say this, is that when my father passes away, which everybody's parent is going to pass away, I'm not going to cry at his funeral. I don't want to cry at his funeral. I want my father to know that I'm strong enough to stand up and have.
Yo, Joe. Welcome in. Thank you. Well, welcome in.
The wildest thing about Harry Potter Sniper Elite is when Snape kills Dumbledore.
Yo! Lauren, that's a spoiler. Jesus. Thank you for the 100 bits, Joe.
Have this conversation. I've compartmentalized what has happened.
I'm very angry because...
Show women emotions. I cry after every orgasm. And not some weak-ass tear down the cheek. Full-on sobbing. This is fucked, but yes, this is very much a thing. Women will judge men for being weak, even though crying is not weak. It's part of being a whole human. I honestly don't doubt that there are women who find crying in men like to be weak. I would say that's really sad. I don't know. I can't tell you like anything. I don't know about statistics though. Like, what do we think, or do we have any like data on that? You know, do we know what? Does that make sense? Like, how common is this? Because I wouldn't think that men crying is like, I don't think that at all, right? Depends on the person, depends on the culture. Garbage women will judge you harshly crying, that is true. Right, but like, it's social, not genetic. Yeah, oh, no, I don't think it's genetic. I definitely don't think it's genetic. But my question is like, I guess it is cultural then. Or at least there's probably some culture involved. People in that study in that area like Breen Brown mentioned this hurdle quite a bit. Green Brown? I've never heard of them.
But you don't get your lick back.
What? So he's crying for Kirk, okay? Four million views.
Sickness.
For me, you suffer.
Oh, he was crying. This is when he was crying, right? You don't get your lick back.
I thought it was meme music at first. I didn't realize this was put up by the Daily Derek. I know what that is, but
so you had men cry in front of you. That's why you're not with
Sometimes
them.
I look up videos of like army dads coming home and surprising
Sweat
their
tears.
kids just because I want to cry.
Tears
And
in
then I'll
heaven,
watch it
brother.
and cry, and
I've teared up and cried over stuff like that, but I
but not in front of those them. videos are really
I don't do
good.
that in front of people.
You have to
Just
do
imagine you going to war and you got the guy on the front line and he crying.
Cassandra Brainy Brown, she does great audio versions of her book with recommend for driving lessons. Can you post that in the Discord somewhere so that I don't forget to look that up?
Oh, wait a minute,
Tears
dude.
in
You gonna
Valhalla,
lose
yeah,
this, or you
true.
gonna- Like my dude, we would do SWAT hits, and some of the dudes, they were tough. They were hard around the edge, man. And you don't see them sweat. And it gives everybody encouragement to be like, man, that's the baddest mother. Then that means I need to be bad.
I'm so confused. What is happening? Oh, right. This is... What is happening? Is this? Oh, hey! It's either Ab or Preach. I always forget. White Zaddy? What?
You stupid. Checkmate, motherfucker.
I'm so
You know what the
confused.
thing is?
Yeah, top.
I don't mind that he cries for Kirk. That's not what a problem is. Like, you don't feel safe crying in front of your wife. That's probably the only person.
Was that
I feel
Anna
safe crying.
Kendrick with Ab and Preach? I don't think so. They sit down now? Yeah, I think this must be their like live like if they stream. Because this
Checkmate,
looks like a white like not white.
You know what the thing is?
This looks like a live thing.
I don't mind that he cries for Kirk. That's not what a problem is. Like, you don't feel safe crying in front of your wife. That's probably
Oh no, wait, this is in front of their fucking this is their room.
the only person I feel safe crying about. That's fine. If you don't, that's okay. Your dad would die, and then you're like, nah, not even he needs to know. he needs to know that I'm strong.
Now listen, some of you brothers are not.
Well, Kirk is saying that
Ages ago, they said they would never get rid of the squeaky floor. Did they really say that? Floors won't creak if you're... I listen, I get why they want to keep the squeaky floor. I get it. I totally do. It's just very loud, you know?
From heaven.
Hey, listen.
By that logic. That's crazy.
Some of you brothers are not beating the Zaddy Kirk allegations.
Oh, Charlie Kirk is my white zaddy, okay.
I understand what he was saying in the first clip, where, you know, in this traditional sense, you know, some men feel like they can't afford to be emotional in dark times because the people who lean on them will feel destabilized. Like, I've heard that narrative before. And it's not entirely without merit.
So you had men cry in front of you. That's why you're not with them.
Any woman who
That's
would
why you're
judge
not
you
with them.
because you cried at your father's funeral is probably not someone you want to be married to.
Oh, that's true.
Any woman who would judge you negatively because you cried at your child's funeral, which was his first example, probably not someone you want to be with. Oh, well, I'll never find someone. You're delusional. Okay, the idea that like most women out there are gonna hate on you because you cried at your child's funeral, like I don't know. I think that's pretty stupid, and I think it's without merit. I think it's just like caricature of ladies who like see a man cry and their vaginas dry up like the Sahara Desert.
What?
I don't know. I don't believe that. I think if you guys spent time around women enough, I don't think you guys believe it either. I think
Well,
that's just
depends
something
on-
they say online to paint the other side as like this. But
my question is, who are these women that you spend your time with? To think like that they're all like that. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's
And that I can see, like, I mean, Okay, especially if you are like in a culture where it's like pretty taboo for men to show their emotions. Like I can see that being the case where like that's who you're around, right? But also here I'm fucking making this. Actually, no. I'll make it second content. Second screen.
Maybe
content
I'm
later.
the problem in that thing. Maybe I'm not. I really don't get it. Like I'm baffled sometimes when I hear you talk about these women that are around you, or it's really just what you see on your.
If you start crying
algorithm
because
of
you saw
social
boobs
media,
for the
you need
first
to
time, you're
get out
probably
there
not
and
getting
get
laid.
some
Just saying,
grass
okay, yeah, fair, but
and see what's out there, because that's not the reality. My God.
Yeah,
Can I TTS
I
something
think it's
edgy?
okay not to cry.
As long
No
as
one's
it's
saying you have to perform.
wait,
and
as
start
long as
doing
it's
things on
not
demand because someone
as long as it's not gonna get me in fucking TOS trouble. That's all.
died. It's okay not to. I think it's weird to make a rule and tell yourself in the future how you're gonna react to the most tragic thing in your life potentially. I'm not gonna cry at my wife's funeral because my kids might see it. God forbid your kids see that you're sad. God forbid they see you actually destabilized by the loss of your life partner. You know, it's just a lot of it's silly. And I think most kids can agree on this. The few times that I did see my father cry, which is maybe twice in total, there was not a single moment where I thought more of him after the fact. You know, how many times do you have an experience with someone across from you, your parent, and you may have never seen them as immigrants especially, we push that on our kids a lot, right? So you've never seen them, and then one day you see them be emotional, oh, you're human, right? You lose that veneer of the parent who's this deity or what. No, it's good to see them as humans because a lot of them are suffering in silence, and it's not good. And then we grow up and we take that shit on. So that's why I don't like what he said before.
I had this moment with my dad, and it was this summer, and we were talking, and we each had like a glass of wine or whatever. But I was like sharing how it is hard being single and 29 and just feeling like you're like old and all this stuff. And
old.
Yeah. Like and so
Brian, the guy who runs this podcast, is so corny.
What
happened?
happened?
That dude. He doesn't even have much in terms of opinion, but dude's so.
Why? Because
What did
you
he
said
do?
that it was tough to be
29, and he went like, bitch, let me remind you. She was trying to share a vulnerable moment. Dude didn't even hesitate.
and he
Wait, you
actually
started crying?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
She's crying for no reason. She has nothing to worry about.
He says you have no reason to cry, and he's literally on a podcast where they remind women that they're used goods after. It's a funny logo. But, you know, Tatum's not one of those crazy people who's like, men showing emotion is inherently bad. If you watch the full clip, which, you know, I'll play a little bit more just to give him a shot before everyone shits on him.
So you think if
That's
a
it.
man shows his emotion makes him less man?
No, I just think men shouldn't do it. I don't think it make you less of a man if your emotions, like for instance, if something tragic happened and I was in the room with my wife and it caused me to start crying or something, I'm not gonna be like, throw her out of the room. You gotta leave the room. You can't see me like this. It's just that I know when emotions happen to me and I refrain from exposing that emotion in front of people.
Hey, Glitter, welcome in. How are you doing? Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Wait, so I don't understand what he just said. Wait, I'm not sure I understood, like, what the fuck he just said.
Leave the room. You caused me to start crying or something happened and I was in the room with my wife and it caused me to start crying or something. I'm not gonna be like, throw her out of the room. You gotta leave the room. You can't see me like this. It's just that I know when emotions happen to me and I refrain from exposing that emotion in front of people.
I know when emotions happen. Oh, so it's like the stoicism shit. Why do people watch the Whatever podcast? I don't know. Conduit. I'm watching somebody else watching it and commenting. Is it the OnlyFans models? I think it's like, I couldn't explain to you the exact appeal. I would say that the Whatever podcast is like slightly less antagonistic to their women than like fucking Fresh and Fit, right? The OnlyFans models are the brains of the event, so yes. Yeah, and also there's like that there's that Andrew guy, like fucking Andrew Wilson, right? Andrew Wilson. He goes on here sometimes.
So there you have it, folks. You know, he's not completely, well, you know, I think he just
Hey,
forgot
female
how to
unique.
compartmentalize.
Welcome in.
You
You don't get your lick back.
You know.
Your lick back.
But normally he's very good at putting things in a box and not crying.
Not crying.
Normally.
That's not how emotions work. It's one-dimensional way of seeing emotions. You know what I mean?
Andrew just goes on
don't-
so he can be called a cuck to his face. True. Parallax, welcome in. Good morning. Good morning.
Know how you're gonna act, especially when you grieve. You don't know. Maybe you're not gonna cry now.
Yeah.
And then fucking 6 months later, at the grocery store, boom. Why? Because you picked up your father's favorite cereal, and then it reminds you of a bunch of stuff, and then boom, you're crying just there.
Facts.
Like it's not like the way these people are speaking. They speak sometimes with the confidence of someone that is a professional in that realm, and I'm like, well, have they even experienced life? Yeah, let me just.
Beans, I miss you. I miss you too, Parallax. How have your streams been going? I mean, I remember Andrew doing one man, one jar or whatever. Wait, hold on. I have a clip here that's pretty
and then
funny.
just you don't know. You just don't know. But the problem is even more than that. Not crying in front of your wife, not crying in front of your people, or when some of you people are at your dad's funeral, at your father's funeral, but you cry at Daddy Kurt's
On the internet?
On the internet while filming.
Bottling your emotions is like entering the hidden room with a dog at the train station. Plus, both are bad ideas. Plus,
True, female eunuchs. That is absolutely true. Okay, wait. I need to find the video. I need to find this clip. It was so funny. Okay, let me
Something
find it.
wrong with you. Well, I said that shit before, and I said it again. I'm gonna say it again. Filming yourself while crying is crazy. You wouldn't do it in front of the people that you love, the people that are the closest to you, but you're gonna share it with strangers. Nah. I can't take that person seriously.
I mean, that is like
2 years of being Pulseflow. Not a fan of the community member name, but we take what we can get it.
yeah. Jesus, Watsaku. Hey, thank you for the resub. 24 months. Holy, 2 years. Wow. That's amazing. Not a fan of the community member name. Okay. All right. Welcome in. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it.
Sorry. I'm sorry, man. I can't do it.
You know, if you're being extra charitable, he said this 2 years ago, and, you know, maybe...
I'm finding the clip, by the way.
And I think, you know, it's like people saying, oh, if I get attacked, I'll do this, I'll do that. You don't know what the fuck you're going to do in that situation. You have an idea. You can have, like, this thought in your head, but once that shit hits you, you can't control it. Everybody got a plan until they get punched in the face.
Yep.
And the death of someone close to you is like a punch in the face. I've seen quite a few people around me die, and I don't think it gets easier. The first time it happens, you're just lost. Then the second and third, fourth, fifth time, like at some point you're like, oh, I know what this is, but those emotions are still going to hit you. I think as humans, there's an arrogance to...
Yeah, like the have y'all ever seen that that it's like I think it is, I don't know if it's like a Reddit thing or what, but there's like this analogy for like grief and how it like comes in waves, and how, like, you know, at first it's waves that are like, they're big and they're, you know, they're one after the other, right? And you know, as time goes on, you kind of get over it a little bit. You know, they come less often, but when a wave hits you, it still might be as bad as when it first happened, right? So that, like, and thinking about that, like, there are still times where, like, I'll think about, like, my rats my pet rats that I used to have, and I'll just start crying. And so it's like, I guess I don't understand. I think that first of all, a lot of people don't understand how that works, right? They don't understand how grief works, period. And so that's kind of understandable then, that they might also not, even less people might understand that that absolutely happens to men as well, right? Abba could have saved Destiny from himself. Do you think so? Hey, Cade, welcome in. That's the cleanest way to say Destiny didn't want that kind of friendship. There's a ball and a button in a box. At least at first the ball is big and hits the button over. Oh yeah, wait, that's another one I've heard ties in wine. That's another good analogy. Is that like that there's a ball inside a box and then yeah, I've heard that as well. Yeah.
Ourselves that we think we can control things much more than we can. It's a bit of a delusion.
I'm still also trying to find that
video. Is what leads a lot of people to take their own lives. It leads a lot of people to have this PTSD or these issues like depression where they feel like if they just control everything, they're going to... It's like there's a lot of this stuff that you can't control. And the sooner you're able to accept that, the sooner you're going to actually have more of a control over the situation itself. Accepting the reality that you can't control something is actually...
Control.
Probably a better position of control than pretending you can and having no grip on it. Why? Because when reality hits you in the face and you have zero control, you have the juxtaposition between where your position and what happened. But when a wave of emotion hits me and I'm like having that experience, I'm like, I never had control to begin with. It's a lot easier to get through it.
A thing that you could do is block it.
Yeah.
Right? That's just a reaction to PTSD, right? Death happened when I was really young. It kept happening, and when you're young and you don't know how to count, you don't know how to deal with that. I can't find that video. I'll find it. What can happen is that you block it, and you block that emotion, or you transfer it into something else. So the sadness you don't feel no more because that hurts so much. So you transfer it into anger. Problem is, it catches back. It catches up. It catches up to you the older you are, and the more that you refrain from expressing those emotions, the worse it's going to be when it's going to catch up to you.
I don't think it's good for your people around you.
It's funny. No, it's actually funny because I've also heard that when it comes to like autistic people, like if they you know, like autistic people who have like meltdowns, right? Basically like suppressing the meltdown doesn't really like stop it from happening. It just means that when it does happen, it will be like super extreme, and even less like predictable, right? So, you know, like whatever is triggering the meltdown, like you can't. It's not. That's not to say that you should have a meltdown. But it is to say you should probably deal with whatever it is that's causing you to feel like you have to have that you're going to have a meltdown later, right? Isn't that the same for normal people bottling up emotions? Well, that's like the yeah, that's like the kind of, but I think that like I think with autistic people, when they have meltdowns, it's, you know, I would say that in general, the thing that autistic people have trouble with is like finding ways to like appropriately deal with the causes of like the meltdowns or whatever it is, right? If and yeah, normal people can have issues with that too, but I think that normal people just tend to have like more, well, I say normal, like neurotypical people have like more skills or a higher tolerance for things like, I don't know, I'm even thinking like things like lights, you know, or like sensory issues kind of deal, right? Normal people have meltdowns and it's hilarious. Yes, they do. I'm just saying that like with autistic people, I think the difference is that like the threshold for what could cause a meltdown is probably like lower or like there are things that neurotypical people wouldn't melt down over, but that could contribute to a meltdown in like an autistic person, right? Also, it's like if they're being forced to be in an uncomfortable like okay, like maintaining eye contact is not something that like a neurotypical person would normally have an issue with, or that wouldn't necessarily make them uncomfortable. But right, like, so that's kind of the difference. If your stomach hurts, you can slap your face to make the stomach ache less noticeable and bearable, but you still need to take a shit. That's a good way of thinking about it. Yeah, sure.
They don't feel safe to.
Are you looking for the Andrew Wilson jar clip? Because I've been spamming it to chat. No, not that chat, not that link. Although that link is also very good, McFiston. No, I saw a more recent clip of Andrew Wilson on, I think, something like the Whatever podcast, but he was arguing with a woman, and the woman starts to answer his question. He interrupts her, and she shuts him down. Like, she makes it clear she's not tolerating his bullshit, and she leaves the debate because she's like, you gotta get your participant under control. And he is sitting there and laughing like a petulant child. It's so funny, and I need to find it. Preach is bald? I know, right? I saw one of the lesbian. I don't remember. He's right to be clear. Wait, who's right to be clear? She agreed to the debate knowing who he is? No, but like, hold on. But she just said that he was interrupting her, and he doesn't have it. You can't then object when he's himself. No, I think that I think it's perfectly fine for her to just because I go into like if she's using like a suboptimal way to deal with a person, right? That's one thing. But she can also ask that he not interrupt her and leave because of it. That doesn't mean she's wrong for doing it, right? She's on his turf. She's a recurring guest on their show. It was a losing strategy. I mean, you're allowed to think that. I don't. I think he looks very stupid, and he looks like a petulant child. I'd say kids these days do have issues with eye contact. Enemy Charlie? Wait, who's... Oh, right. Wait, what about Enemy Charlie? Sure, Dr. Man, I guess you could say that. I know kids these days have issues, period. Right? But, like... That doesn't mean, and I'm not even saying like teaching more eye contact is like a bad thing. I'm just saying that like when you have, okay, hold on. He just looks stupid because he is stupid. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, that's what I'm saying is that he looks like a petulant child. If anything, the fact that it's on his turf, it makes it even worse because it's like he obviously has so many. Like, it goes to show you just how much of like a home advantage he's used to, that he can't even have a conversation with somebody without interrupting them. Like, that he can't actually, he you can see in that clip, he literally cannot deal with it. He laughs because he's uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? She looked like a crybaby? No, she did not look like a crybaby. That's what I'm saying, is that and it's not even that this was like a formal debate or anything, right? But he asks her a question, she starts to answer, and he doesn't even let her do that, right? In some cultures, making eye contact is considered rude. Yeah, that's fair. She should have maced him, but first built up a TikTok channel with macing content. Eye contact issues aren't always autism. As part of the autism assessment process, they rule out other issues and verify symptoms has been present since early development. Yeah, that's yeah, that's also true. It's not necessarily that it's a I think Dr. Man is maybe talking about a broader point. That, like, kids have eye contact issues. I don't actually know if more kids have eye contact issues. I just know that they are, like, our education system's getting worse, right? I was talking about iPad Zoomers. I could not tell you. I do not know. I didn't mean that I see him favorably. I mean that I think the optics favor him to the general public. Well, that's what I'm saying, Parallax, is that I don't think that that's necessarily true. Because of, okay, so, like, in the sense that, like, when I saw that clip, I was expecting people to be like, oh, she's being a baby. And, like, everyone in that comment thread, at least in the thread that I was looking at, maybe, I don't know about the general public, but at least in the thread that I was looking at, his name wasn't even mentioned. But people were saying he looks like a fucking idiot. He looks like an asshole. He looks like a crybaby. He's literally molding, right? So I think that that's part of what makes me think that it's like, no, it's very clear to see that he's the one that, like, did the social faux pas and then got mad because he wasn't allowed to do his social faux pas, and he looks like a baby, right? And and it's like, it's our niche of the internet that's used to debate broing, interrupting, and having that be normal, and like belittling your opponent and shit like that. It's our corner of the internet that is fine with those techniques. And I say this as someone who uses those techniques, right? Like, I can and will debate cis people, right? And use, like, the debate pervert tactics. But that's not to say that that is what is normal, nor is that to say that using those things makes you look like you're on top. Because obviously there are people who looked at that clip and didn't think that Andrew Wilson was coming on top. I think that's what I'm saying, right? The crowd I saw roasting her, and yeah, maybe that's a like, what, it depends on, like, Reddit, like, live stream fails is probably going to, like, roast him over her, right? Maybe it's like who we're looking at. I'd be interested to know what, in general, like, if you showed this to a random person who doesn't have, like, the kind of brain rot, the specific brain rot that we have. But I don't know. I think, apart from the fact that I hate Andrew Wilson and he's like kind of the worst, right? Apart from that fact, yeah, you could say she's coming off very, like, you could say she comes off very petulant. I didn't, but I think overall he looks like bigger baby out of that. I really want to find this clip now. Para, do you have that clip? Do you have that clip, or, like, know who the person was? Or I've been trying to find it and I can't find it in my, like, saved thingy. Not F rip. Okay, that's fine. I'll find it, I'm sure. Are you talking about the recent whatever podcast debate? I guess I saw it on Twitter. Yeah, Dr. the Man. It was whatever that, where he's arguing with a woman about, oh my god, I don't even remember what it was. Was it about men? It was some shit like that. With Enemy Charlie? Oh, was that Enemy Charlie? That was Enemy Charlie? Doctor, do you have a link? My parents taught me eye contact via teaching me how to read people during poker games. Smart, they gamified this. That's a good one. Some people are shy, don't make eye contact as well. Yeah, I remember one of my old boyfriends that I had in high school was like, he was like one of those people who had, like, the shifty eyes. Like, he'd make eye contact with you and then immediately look away. Like, he would never, like, maintain eye contact. Maybe you think he comes off more petulant because you're more negatively predisposed to him. And Para thinks she comes off more petulant because he's more negatively predisposed to her. I don't know. I don't know if, like, I don't know if Para has like a negative predisposition. I think it's more. I think it's way more to do with like what. I mean, it's what Para was saying, like that. You know, she knows who he is, and she knows like she should know who he is if she's gonna go on to that. If she's got 2 brain cells, whoever this is, I don't know. Like I only vaguely know Enemy Charlie, right? But like if you like if you're going to debate with Andrew Wilson, I would hope and pray that if you have more than 2 brain cells, you do some research and you know who he is and you're prepared to deal with him like as he is, right? But that's not to say that I wouldn't hold that standard to literally anybody, because if, for example, they were bringing in like a scientist or some shit, right, that has no connection with like the Twitch world, then yeah, they have some responsibility, sure, but like, should that person know debate bro tactics and be prepared to be interrupted every time that they make a statement? I don't know if that's necessarily like true. Like, I don't know if I would expect them to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think it's perfectly fine for her to have held that line that, hey, he asked me a question, I'm answering. So if you interrupt me, like when I've literally got only 3 words out, then that's not okay, right? I know the Moroccan diaspora here usually look towards the ground when they're berated to show sign of shame. Holy yapping. Okay, this chick. Wait, is this the link?
What are the
no, this wasn't the
chances of white guys experiencing being assaulted by black men to the same degree as women being assaulted by men?
Why would it need to be the same degree?
No, this is not the clip. This is not the clip. This is not the clip. I'll find it. I'll find it. Yeah, let's finish this up. But I've not seen this.
Because I think if it's a low chance, something that's been
how low of a chance? How low of a chance before I'm not racist when I cross the street? Doesn't need to be.
Like 1%.
Your chances of getting essayed by a group of men is way less than 1%.
Or sexually harassed, or just
way less than 1%.
I'm going to respectfully.
Okay, yeah, no, this is not the clip. I'll find the clip. Now I'm
how
curious.
they're feeling because they don't want to. How many girls do I know who don't want to burden their parents or their family members or even their partners a lot of times with their emotions because of the fact that they grew up in environments where you're just not supposed to? Kids do that with their own parents because their parents are like that. They internalize that and they become like that. So it becomes generational to some degree as well.
Like there's other ways of grieving, but I believe that grief is important. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't think that you necessarily need to cry to grieve. But if that comes and you're trying to block it too much, it's not going to be helpful.
I could never imagine loving one of your parents or loving your kids and going through a mourning process without tears. Because, like, in my experience, the sadness is generally from longing, from the sadness that comes after knowing they're no longer around. And that is overwhelming. So those tears are always a natural reaction to that. Now, some people may be built different. Maybe you cry a lot less than others, but not at all.
I believe that the not at all thing is a possible thing. I think it's possible. Everybody live their griefs differently.
Sure.
So.
Okay. Oh, they just fucking ended off right there. Okay, cool. Fuck. What was I still. Where did I see it? Is it on Twitter? Please don't tell me I have to go on fucking Twitter to find this. I don't think this was on Twitter. I don't usually like go on Twitter. But let me very quickly look at the graveyard. That is probably my like saved thingy. How does Twitter fucking work anymore, bro? Okay, saved bookmarks. Okay. No, I don't. No, this is old shit. Okay, it's fine. I will find it. I'm sure. Okay. I'm sure I'll fucking find it at some point. Mods are weak. Hey, Akriel. Welcome in. Mods are weak? What do you mean mods are weak? Akriel, wait. Akriel, do you know what I'm talking about? Put this on video while you find. Oh my god, if this is one of your...
What's the deal
no,
with Asians eating...
hold on, wait a second. What? Bro, what the hell is this?
What's the deal with Asians...
I'm so confused. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how safe this is. The only clip that matters about this debate is Charlie calling out Andrew for marrying a white trash whore. Ooh. Okay, wait, Acrio. Okay, Acrio. Here's what I'm trying to find, okay? It's not... I don't think it's enemy Charlie, but there is this clip of a lady debating with Andrew Wilson on what looks like... It kind of looks like the Whatever podcast, but it's a different format. It's just one-on-one, two people, and then there's like a moderator in the fucking middle.
Honk, motherfucker!
Okay?
Honk, honk!
And she... he asks her a question. She starts to answer.
What's the deal with Asians?
Thank you for the 100 bits. And then she starts to answer. He interrupts her, and then she leaves the debate because she basically appeals to the moderator. And Andrew Wilson is just sitting there and laughing uncomfortably, like a child. That seems like the whatever. Yeah, it seems like a whatever debate. It's not this round table format though. That's why I think I'm like, and I don't think it was enemy Charlie. It was somebody else. And I can't find it because I saved literally everything in my like Reddit saves, and so I can't. It just means I can never find anything. Isn't Charlie Kirk not the person who can open a jar of pickles? No, that was Andrew Wilson. That was Andrew Wilson. He couldn't open a jar of pickles. That was true. Remember that Matt Dillahunty or whatever, leaving the debate with him because he's an ass? Yeah, I remember that too. That was a live, wasn't that like an event? That was like an event that everybody went to or some shit like that? I mean, Andrew Wilson, yeah. Christopher's got Charlie Kirk on the brain. Charlie Kirk can't either anymore. Jesus. The best I could do is let you lick Sniz clip, huh? Okay. Cringe TikToks. Okay, I don't know this subreddit.
Charlie, I just think honestly you're too stupid to understand them.
Your wife has 3 baby daddies and has been married twice before.
And you
you
lick sniz.
Under your religion.
What?
You lick sniz.
What is that?
You're a fucking.
What?
Don't talk shit about my wife, you stupid bitch. Shut your mouth. It's because I'm better than you, Charlie.
No, it's because you're embarrassed and you know that the traditional values that you try to sell people on are bullshit because you are not a traditional man.
Chuck.
The Chuck, that cutting off of the Chuck is great, dude. That's a fucking amazing. I'm pretty sure he was engaged to or married to someone else when he got his wife pregnant too. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Oh, fuck. Okay. Y'all, have y'all heard? Okay. I actually don't want to watch this on stream because I'm going to be honest. It's kind of annoying to listen to. I don't know if we want to do it, but I will if people want to. So, do y'all remember JF Gary Epi? Anyone? So... Oh god, I wish there was like a shortened version of this. Okay? So... There's this video. I still haven't even finished watching it because it's kind of, again, like I said, it's annoying to listen to. There was this channel called The Real Housewives of Alberta, which is very funny. They interviewed JF Gary Epi's most recent baby mama. And this is the woman that JF was with after Mama JF disappeared, right? That was a great interview. Well, this was 1 month ago. This is, I mean, we can watch it if people want to. Like, we can have it in the background. It's just that, like, it's annoying to listen to because this whole host doesn't let her speak a lot. Like, she like goes in, she's like the quintessential, like, it's so funny. You'll constantly see her like jump the gun and like, oh, here, you should tell the people about what they said, what he said to you when you were driving, and what did he say? And then she'll say the thing, like she'll say like, yeah, he told me this, and she'll say, oh my god, guys, isn't that amazing? Oh, I fucking hate Andrew, I fucking hate JF, like, and like it's that's why it's annoying to listen to. That and the fact that these two ladies are like they're like conservative leaning, and so like this one, I think, at some point starts ranting about trans people. It's so that's why I'm saying it's kind of like, I don't know that it's really good like stream content. Well, yeah, they're from Alberta. Yeah, no, I get it. I get
They
it.
did what? When? How? Are you sure?
Thank you for the
Mama
145.
JFC went into Enthusi Woods. Okay, and no, the police are at my house. Okay.
Rant about trans people equals laugh. Wait, what? No, I'm just saying that, like, that's why it's fucking it's not unwatchable. It's just like, I don't know. I can keep it on the back burner, you know. There are some, and the other thing too is that I wish there was like a short version of this. It's called Love, you idiot. I guess the nuggets of information that are interesting are just so like spread out that's why maybe what I'll do is I'll finish watching the whole thing, and then I'll just tell y'all what like happens and what she says, because again, like I said, I'm still not done watching this. It's a fucking 2.5 hour video, so I don't think that might not be great. I don't know. I'm pretty sure, wait, who has a short video on it? Chud? I still say let's watch Conduit's video. The problem is I watched Conduit's video when it was premiering, so I kind of don't want to watch it again, just because it's an hour and a half. Also because we have so many videos that we would otherwise not get to. Wow, why am I fucking JF? Oh, new info. Oh, but this is also 2 hours. Motherfucker. It's also 2 hours. Does Beans want the time sync? No, that's what I was saying, Conduit. Not that it's yeah, only because it's 1.5 hours, right? Watching Chud's coverage because the original has transphobic parts is very funny. No, I don't think I don't know, you tell us. Wait, why are you fucking JF? I'm not. No. Okay, here, let's pull up something else then. Okay. What was it that we... Ooh. Okay. That, I'm just gonna mark that as we completed it. Oh! What the hell is this? Very important, must react. Oh, that Froggy stream. Ooh, is Leonard here? Is Leonard still here? Is Leonard still here? Do we want to watch a Froggy video? Here's a quick, interesting watch. I bet it will be very interesting. The apple pie video?
Gathered friends, listen to our legend.
This is 13 hours long, what's up? Bro. Hey Biden, you need a Coke or something? He's looking looking pretty pale. Education doesn't come cheap. 24-hour stream. I should do, you know what I should do is like, I should do a stream where we watch the entirety of this, and see how long it takes me to watch. Actually, that would be a very, okay, that would be a very funny stream, would be to just have a timer going on in the background, right? That never gets stopped until this video is done. That would... hey, if people wanna watch that, then fucking... So we're not reading all the Epstein emails. No, I don't. I told you. I think I'm gonna let somebody do it for me and collate all of the interesting parts and the juicy parts, and then we'll watch that. But if you do, you should raw dog it, just sitting there as it plays. Only allowed to pause it to speak for no more than 2 minutes. Oh no! Come on, stop. No. Do you think I can handle that? I would not be able to handle that. Here's a good react. Wait, what is this? Jenny? Jenny? Who's Jenny? Oh, no, I can't watch this yet. No, I can't watch this yet, Parse. Parse, I can't watch this yet. I haven't finished Silk Song. Yo. You know what? I'm looking for that coveted screenshot of you slumped down in your chair, head leaned back as the light is leaving your eyes. Is there a screenshot like that? You still haven't finished? No, Shoop. I have been so... Okay, I'm gonna be honest. The shutdown made my work, like, basically be tripled. And so I've been so busy and stressed out that, like, I've basically not been doing anything else, like, after work, apart from, like, surviving. I haven't even been on Discord a whole lot, right? So I need to get back to finishing Silk Song. I'm in Act 2, and I think I'm trying to figure out how to get to Act 3. Like, I've gotten one ending already, right? Give us a Rhizome Rot react? Wait, what do you mean by Rhizome Rot react? Okay, wait, what is this? Meat Canyon.
Dad, I need to talk to you about something.
Oh, God.
Dad, I think I got myself in a bit of a pickle.
What is it, son?
I think I knocked up some girl at my school. We were knocking boots and crutches, and I thought I used protection or something, but anyway.
Do you think you used protection? Or do you know?
What? Oh, God, okay. That's a good one. Are you gonna get back paid? I don't know. No, Ties. So I'm like a third-party contractor, so I got paid. Like, I got paid throughout. The paying wasn't the stressful part for me, because, like, I was never furloughed or, you know, whatever. It's more so that because the government shut down, people weren't getting paid. There were, like, it caused issues with the people, like, you know, federal workers, like, their paychecks, right? And especially the paycheck where especially the paycheck that was the one for at the start of the shutdown, because it essentially ended up being like a half paycheck for people, right? Mr. Bean's alt band, Sag. That was from his short horror film he put out. There was some other Meat Canyon thing that I saw. Ban the Rizzler? True. Sorry, Rizzler. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. I'm just gonna grab this thing real quick. I'll munch on it. Okay. Did you see the latest daily dose of Gappy? What am I looking at, McFiston? Did you eat 2 Death by Oreos when you went off camera? No. I couldn't eat. I made one of those. I made those cupcakes one time and I couldn't even finish one. That's how bad it was. Not bad. It was really good. It was just so. It was too much. Okay, I have a racist meme to make TikTok. I don't understand. What am I looking at? Is this like an actual TikTok that's not opening? But no, I do this so we can clip. No, but it's showing, this is what is pulling up when I pull. Is this a, oh wait, hold on. He wants you to make the face? Oh. No, you can't force me to, come on now. Also, let me find the Daily Dose of Gappy clip. Gappy learns about Thai attraction. Okay, let's look at this. And then after that, I think what we will do is, do we want to do... Actually, we'll do the apple pie video. Okay. Do the roar. I'm saying physically do this. Now I can't be racist. Fuck. I knew it. Sleepy Joe is Ice Beans is popping. Hey, Polar Knights, how you been? Nice to see you. Okay, let's look at Thai attraction. Okay.
Let's add a message to it. Oh, we can't add a message yet. Let's do a cake. What? I can't fit.
Can you show your legs? Wait, what? Wait, I'm so confused. What happened? I don't know if I understood exactly what happened. Okay.
A message to it. Oh, we can't add a message yet. Let's do a cake.
Okay, add message.
What? I can't fit. I thought it would let me fill it in. Add it? I don't know if I want to, guys. I don't know.
What?
I feel like it's weirder if you don't send a message. Can you?
Wait, I don't get it. Wait, hold on. He tried to send this message and he couldn't?
Show your legs.
He's playing a game, right.
Oh my god, this looks so bad. Damn, what a ballsy dude. Oh, I should probably put my cursor on so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Damn, what a ballsy dude. Hope you at least
Casual
get rich.
visual novel
Gabby,
experience.
you sent
Okay.
a donation. Okay. Can you show your legs? Oh, she looks bad. She looks upset. Sorry, but I can't right now. You can subscribe to my other social networks. There are full-length photos there. Oh my god, dude. You guys call me greedy. She's so greedy.
She's so greedy.
Dude, I just donated you money. Come on. OnlyFans.com says Gappy. This isn't real, right? Which one of you fuckers is doing this? You guys did this with Truth Social too.
Can you show your leg?
Oh no.
Who took @GappyV?
Holy shit, bro.
OFTV. Okay, who the fuck made OnlyFans.com/GappyV? You'll be hearing from my lawyers soon, all right?
Oh no.
They have the $5 Nursnath. Appreciate it. I can show my legs right now for you, Nursnath.
Can you show your legs?
Boom.
Let's see those fucking piggies, girl.
私は結婚のために貯金しています。
Huh?
Okay. I don't know what that meant, but alright. I hope it's not a slur. Okay, that's not the noise I...
How did they? How does he have a soundboard that does that?
All I did was show my thigh. Here's what I don't understand. Why are guys so obsessed with women's legs? Women, you don't woo-yeah women in their legs. You woo-yeah them in the hole because they're hot.
In the hole?
Fuck a leg.
Huh? He's so innocent.
Are you an incel? Jesus. I'm not an incel. Incels imply that I like hate women and stuff. I don't hate.
You know what? He's not wrong. He's not wrong in that it does imply, yeah.
Women, I love women. Dude, I used to volunteer with Planned Parenthood. Like we did bingo for protesters. So it'd be like
he volunteered for Planned Parenthood. Very cool, by the way. But how? Okay.
Free space and like guy makes a bomb threat. Okay, we get to check that off. All right. Guy threatens to call the police. We check that off.
Oh,
Things
that's
like
funny.
That. Do you know what a thigh job is?
No, don't look at that. No. Oh my god. Holy, why is he doing this on? That's so scary. What is he doing?
Of licking one's thigh. Why would you lick a thigh? Like you just...
Oh no, what's he doing?
Bro, I didn't feel anything. It's just like skin. That's it.
Okay, I'm impressed. Listen. I'm impressed the man is flexible enough to get down there and lick his own thigh, okay? That's actually very good for you. I think he like accompanied people going into the clinic. Yeah, no, that's what kind of it sounds like. It's just funny because like, you know, with what he knows about like you know, like the reproductive systems and all that, and like with his knowledge or lack of knowledge thereof, it's funny that, you know, oh yeah, that's what's on his, like, he volunteered at Planned Parenthood sometime. Is he asexual? You know, I was gonna ask Ty's, his reaction to the thigh thing, like, made me, like, have a thought, like, does he just not like sex, you know? I should take some pamphlet, you know, right?
Okay, we're getting to start. You need to stretch more. Dude, I have a personal trainer. I'm using Wii Fit. Relax, all right?
Oh, never mind.
Stop streaming.
He had me in the first half. I was excited. I was like, he has a personal trainer? Wow, that's kind of cool. No, it's Wii Fit.
Leave the house? I did leave the house today for a Pokemon tournament. Sorry, but I can't right now. You can subscribe to my other social networks. There are full-length photos there.
God,
Scammer.
what is this?
Her legs are amazing and smooth on their own. Slightly disappointed, but not at all surprised by that answer. She won't be dropping nudes. And there you can admire Mio from all sides. Dude, she's so shameless, dude. Give her, like, if you were a nice person, you'd give me, like, a free OnlyFans sub or whatever.
Fucking Gappy, dude. What is that game? Holy shit. Okay. Wait. Why? Wait, hold on. r/classic wow. I'm 32 and my GF is 13. Oh, okay. Can we still do quests together or are our levels too far apart? Sorry, kind of new to WoW. Thanks a lot, guys. I picked her up. Okay, this doesn't make sense if you can't read. Okay, here. I'm assuming you can read it. That's funnier if you can actually read it as it's coming up. Did you clip that part where he called the Wii Fit trainer mommy? Oh no. Chat self-reporting saying he's asexual because he's not autophilic. No, that's not the part that No, that's not the part. No, it's the part where he was it's the part where he was disgusted at the idea of like finding sexual attraction from licking thighs. That's the part. Like not even the part where he tries to lick his own thigh, because you can't. I'm pretty sure that's not. Yeah. I'm saying Gabby makes people scared and lets them down with a phew. Licking thighs is pretty weird. No. No, it's not. I'll say I'm not into licking in general. I guess, like, okay, hold on. If you're not in, when you say you're not, hold on. I think like when you say licking, because you could be talking about like oral, and I'm pretty sure that involves licking. No, maybe just me. Anyone? But also then like if you're saying licking as when it's not involving genitals, I guess there can be some parts of that that's weirder, maybe? But I looked up thigh job on the hub, and that is not a thigh job. Okay, you're licking non-genitals, I guess. Okay, yeah. You should consider it on the way up. Yeah, I think that's like, okay, that's a good part. That's a good way to put it. Like, I think it's like one of those things that's like, I don't think people are, unless you've got a specific kind of kink, I don't think people are sitting there and licking one spot over and over neurotically, you know? It's a whole thing. It's like a whole, it's like the shit you do that's not just like penis and vagina or like scissoring or whatever the fuck else. Like it's like the other shit that you do in between, and there might be licking involved. Yeah, teasing, right? Like, so I think that's like, that stuff is not weird. I don't think that stuff is weird. In the furry world, I believe they call it grooming? Oh my god. No. No. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that that's too weird. It's not. Again, I think we have a, when you say licking, okay. Sorry, we're not watching the Bionicle video. Okay. These furries ruining everything. Furries. Oh, furries. Okay. Apple pie. And I'm going to bring back the rest of my croissant because I need to eat something. Aw, thank you, love. Okay.
This apple pie is made from 100% apple.
Alright, it's apple pie time.
This apple pie is made from 100% apples. You've seen the thumbnail, but I have a feeling that some people might not quite understand what I mean when I say this pie is made with 100% apples. The filling is made from dehydrated apples that have been rehydrated in apple juice and then reduced and then sweetened with reduced apple juice and thickened with more apple. So the filling is 100% apple, no sugar, nothing else added. But of course there's the crust, isn't there? So it's not really 100%. But no, this crust is made from apples. Come with me on a journey to try to make the 100% apple pie. So here's a fun thing. Popped over to
What the fuck?
See a friend and neighbour the other day. He has loads of apple trees and pear trees. He's kind of fed up with dealing with all of his apples and stuff now, and so he was kind enough to
So
let me
many
pick
apples,
some
he's fucking done
so
with
he
it.
said, "Yeah, take as many as you want."
But why, Artemis? That's a very good question. I think it's because I think he's about to tell us why. I think it has something to do with the fact that he ended up with like a shit ton of apples and doesn't know what to do with them.
So I was out there picking apples into this bag, which I happened to have in my pocket, as he was picking apples into a bucket, and we were just chatting about apple varieties and such. And I took these home, and about 5-10 minutes later, he turned up at my door with the bucket, and he said, "No, I intended you to."
Hey, Thorns. Hello. Enjoy the stream chat. Take care. Take care, Thorns. Thanks for dropping by.
Have these.
Hope you're having a good
And I
Saturday.
said, "What, instead of these?" He said, "No, as well as these." So anyway, I've got an enormous quantity of apples and pears, the Cockney fruit.
Okay, wait. Actually, okay. I do wanna finish this drawing, but also I know I'm not gonna focus on it. I'm gonna do that off stream. Instead, I am going to be playing the horse girl game. Okay, all right. We're gonna play the horse girl game while we watch this.
With. I've just dehydrated a lot of those apples, and I'm just unloading the dehydrator now.
I got a new air fryer, and apparently you can dehydrate fruit in it somehow, which I didn't know that was something that air fryers could do. Or maybe they all can't do that, but this one can. So I want to try at some point to dehydrate, to, like, you know, dehydrate something like apples. That's one way to justify your addiction. True, Artemis, true. You can kinda, but it's not very energy efficient. Ooh, okay. Wait, can I just dehydrate them in the oven then? Would that work better? Why do people use like a specific dehydrator? Is that because they're just more efficient at doing it? Or what? Like, I don't know.
I had to stack them neatly into the box like this, or else it would have just overflowed. I haven't shown the process of slicing and dehydrating
Oh. So can you do it in an oven?
these apples, because it's substantially the same as I did for the mushrooms in that other video, which is linked
just put
here.
In the oven in low temp.
Anyway, just
turn off
all
into
these
low temp,
apple
okay?
slices
Okay, all right.
into storage. Now, I am noticing that down at the bottom of the dehydrator here, the apple rings were obviously exposed to a bit more heat. And so these down here are brittle.
Brittle.
I want to try something with these while they're still nice and brittle and very dry. So
I like crunchy though. I would want to do it if it was like crunchy. But I'm also thinking about eating it as like a normal snack and not just like like not in this thing, right? Okay. Hold on. I dehydrate my silica beads in the oven. Oh, I need to do that. I have like some leaf stuff that I am dehydrating right now, and my crystals are starting to look a little bit like the silica stuff is starting to look a little off colored, and I've heard that you can put it in the oven to like get rid of the moisture in them so that you can reuse it. So I dehydrated Aminata muscaria in the oven. Ooh. Like, do you collect, is it a mushroom that you collect? Okay, alright, horse girl game. Where's the horse game? Horse girl game. Why is it not? Okay. Here, I'm gonna... It's in the background. It's so big. Hold on. Okay. Sorry.
That bottom layer, I'm gonna try to run them through the food processor and grind them to powder. I'm gonna need a bigger box. But anyway, anything that will snap is going in that box. But I'll check every piece because sometimes the thicker slices haven't dried all that well. That one I'm not even going to put into storage because that is too moist. I'll just eat that now.
Additional data needs to be fucking Christ. I forgot.
Regular on the channel, handheld blender. I have got a little spice mill
Yeah, Christopher, I need to still send Gappy the shit I bought him from IKEA so that he can try to make the chocolate chip cookies again. I still have not sent him that stuff. Mostly because I haven't found a box that can fit all of it. So that's actually a good reminder for me to actually do that this week. Oh my god, it's gonna download the fucking update. Holy shit. I'm gonna hide it while it does that, okay?
That might do a better job, but it's been used for spices and mushrooms. And I think if I try to use it for this, I'm going to end up with spicy mushroom flavoured apples, which is not quite what I want. So, first, let's get those into pieces, smaller pieces. Now, if you buy dried apple rings in the shops, they don't have this crunchy texture. They're not as dry as this. And they put sulfites in those to preserve them, which means I can't use them in this house because Jenny is deathly allergic.
Oh shit.
Well, let's start with that much and see what happens.
I didn't know people could be allergic to like the sulfites. I know that when I buy like mango, like dried mango, I buy it without the sulfites. But
I suspect
not because
what will
I'm
happen
allergic
is
or
it's
anything.
going to fly out. So I'll probably do something like that to try to constrain it. Keeping my fingers out the way of the blade, of course.
Dried mango is so good. It's so fucking good.
Well, it didn't not work. Now, if I had one of those ninja...
Target used to have these, like, oh my god. Target used to have these, they were dried banana chips that were dipped in chocolate. They were so fucking good. They got rid of them. They don't sell them anymore. They have the dried mango covered in chocolate, but it's not good. It's not as good, okay? The dried banana dipped in chocolate was like the perfect amount of sweetness, and mango is just too sweet already to then be dipped in chocolate, at least in my opinion. This weird store I went to had dried mango with cayenne pepper on it. Oh yeah, no, Ergi, that's that's when in Sri Lanka people will put like fresh, like chili on fresh mango. It's so fucking good. Oh yes.
things where you put the
It's such a
vessel
good combo.
clamped on the top. That would probably work better, but I don't have one of those.
No,
Yeah, I think I'm
she's
just going
like,
to get a piece
huh?
of cardboard to constrain the top of that.
Chili
because there are bits
mango,
flying
yeah,
out, but-
chili mango. Chili mango is so good. Look at that. I mean, okay, this looks like a little too much chili, actually. No, you know what? Okay, so, wait. This is like this is a good amount of chili on mango. Okay? This looks like it might be too much. This looks like it might be too much, right? There's this like Mexican candy. One time this guy I knew sent me like candy from Mexico. That's like spicy candy, and it was such a weird experience. It was like too salty, like not salty, too much spice. I don't know how it was weird. It was not like, I think it must have been like an acquired taste or like something that people get used to or whatever. Oh, remind me to show you the mango chamoy boba drink today. I'll be passing the boba place for band. Ooh. Hispanic people will disagree with your lack of chili beans. Yeah, fair enough. Fent candies. Yeah, Fent candies. What kind of spice? I mean, it was just, I think, oh, it was something like that. I mean, I don't remember. It's been years, okay? This was like before, or this was around the time of the pandemic. I think he sent me something that looked like this, or maybe, I don't know. It was just a little too much in terms of like flavor. It also had like way more lime tastes in it than I prefer, I think. It was just altogether, I felt like it was like too much. It wasn't just that it was spicy, there was just too much going on, I think. Tamarind candy. I think it like some of it was tamarind candy. It didn't look like this, obviously, but okay, also I'm sorry, I know I'm What is mango chamoy? Oh. 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 Oh, okay. Oh, it's like a chutney. Brine. Oh, it's just like a chutney. Okay, sugar, blah blah blah. Sweet, spicy, salty, and tangy. Right. See, this is what I think. I think I might enjoy it if it's like a freshly made thing, or if it's not super like concentrated. But the candy that I had was like, it was super fucking concentrated. You know what I'm saying? Tamarind is bitter. Well, you have to use like a very small amount of tamarind, you know? Like when we use tamarind in curries, like we'll take like the tiniest piece off and like dissolve it into water, like a cup of water, you know? They put tajin on fruit. Tajin? Is that how you say that? How do you say it? Okay, sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm hardcore. Okay, no, I don't want the fucking AI. I just want how to say it. Okay, it won't. Oh, fucking fuck. Somebody will
But
tell
it
me
is
in
working.
chat. Tahine. Okay,
actually
thank
a bit
you.
of thin plastic, but that will do. Well, we are ending up with something like apple powder. That's not.
Why can't he just
that's not
pound
bad.
it?
Let's go a bit further if we can.
He could have just ground that up, right?
Right, well now I know that's working. The rest of these apples are going to go in there. Because I think I need as much as I can get here.
Y'all, it's still, the download is happening. It's so slow, bro.
Apple dust. Don't breathe this. That worked. We've got apple dust. Right, I'm going to go as far as I can because I really want that to be reduced to like a flour-like consistency.
A flour-like consistency.
And then, very importantly, that is going to go into an airtight container before it absorbs any more moisture and cakes up anymore. But yeah, there we go.
Nice.
Apple powder. And just in case you're wondering,
he tasted it.
Tastes like apples. So just as a preliminary experiment,
okay.
I want to just try taking.
I guess if you have this many apples, you might as well like fuck around and see what you like come up with, right? He doesn't have the Walmart mortar. Yeah, he doesn't have like the mortar.
Bit of this apple dust.
I think that might have been better than the.
Which has got a real tendency to cake up because it is just powdered apple with all of the sugar still in there. So we'll see how this behaves if we drip a little bit of water on it. What I want to see is whether we can make a dough.
Wouldn't it have to rise? I've never made apple pie
I'm
before,
working
so I
in this
don't
non-stick
actually.
dish mainly because.
Oh, he's using a metal spoon on the non-stick dish, though.
Well, I thought I was going to be able to make this into a layer of some sort, but okay. Fingers now, I think.
Why would he do
Just
this?
see if we can knead this into some sort of layer. Because the intention here is to
make it a pie.
A pie crust.
It's a pastry
I
dough,
reckon
doesn't
we can
really
do that.
rise.
I reckon
Oh,
we can
yeah, that's
probably
fair.
Mix it together like that. To
I
that
don't
consistency.
think I've ever made like a pie before, or like pastry.
And just pat it onto this non-stick dish. I don't think it's going to be a very strong pie crust because obviously this is just apples. There's no flour in here, so there's no gluten to hold this together.
I've only made salty pie.
But there we go. So we've got some
like
sort
salty
of
pie, yeah.
pastry-like. Obviously, it just smells of apples. Now, for the pie, we can't use water because that's an ingredient that isn't apples, but we
Oh, so he literally. Okay.
can use apple juice. But first, I'm just going to pop
By
that
the
in
way,
the
he put water in there though. Oh, I see. That's just a test. Okay.
oven for 10 minutes and see what happens. See how it dries out, see if it just crumbles to pieces, or whether that stays in one piece, or whether it sticks like glue to this pan. So experimental apple pastry. This is after 7 minutes in the oven, and it did burn a little bit there. It has gone crispy. but that isn't going to come off the bottom
Oh,
of
he's
the pan
using a
there, so I'm
fucking
just
nut.
gonna,
No!
without
What are you
scratching a
doing?
non-stick,
What are you
just
doing?
gonna tease a bit off. That went on the floor. Let's try that again, shall we? Well, anyway,
He's
so we
scraping
have
his
ended up with
pan.
something.
He's scraping his pan. I had half a loaf of sourdough. I turned it to pie crust. I feel like I'm very meh on sourdough. Like sourdough bread. Mostly leave it than take it, I think.
That does hold together. It doesn't taste like pastry. It tastes like apples, obviously. But we've got to
Doesn't
figure
taste
out
like
this problem of
pastry.
it sticking to
I
the
love
pan.
sourdough.
Right, I think I have a plan for this entirely apple pie. The filling's
It's
going to
just
be similar to
very,
something
it's
I
very
made
like mood, you know, like I have to be in the right mood for sourdough.
in my cider making part 1 video.
It goes with
where I
anything.
took some dehydrated apple, I rehydrated it
wrong,
in
I
apple
guess.
juice, which made it kind of doubly appley. Then I cooked it in more apple juice, which I reduced down, which made it kind of 3 times as appley flavoured. That's where we're going to start here.
Bro.
So
These are too many- this is
apple
too
rings
many
here with
apples.
the green skins, these are Bramleys, which is a cooking apple, commonly used for apple pies. It occurs to me I should probably explain a little bit about dessert versus cooking apples, since I don't think this is the same the world over. So these are dessert apples. These are possibly Braeburn or something like that. That's a little undersized, that's a little oversized. That's a dessert variety, quite sweet.
Best pie crust cheat is still the Pillsbury ready-mades if you're not comfortable making your own or if you're in a rush. The Pillsbury, Pillsbury stuff is fine. I find their croissants to be kind of too sweet. You know, like the stuff, that stuff that comes in a tube. I feel like that's like too sweet for my taste. Not sweet, it's just like there's a sweetness to it that I'm not a fan of, I guess.
This is a slightly less sweet dessert variety. Not really sure what it is.
Just the pie dough,
but
yeah.
Again, these are what we call
really?
eating
Oh,
apples.
just the pie dough?
Granny Smith is what we would call an eating apple. It is a sour one.
I like that
people
you
often
use
for cooking.
Barbosa from
it's
fucking
not
Pirates
cooking
of the
apple.
Caribbean.
This is a cooking apple. This is Bramley seedling.
Look at how
And
lumpy it
it's-
is. That's cool.
You can see it's not quite as round or neat and tidy as the other ones.
It's
This is
bumpy.
a small one. This
A
is a
small
small Bramley.
one?
It'll fit in the palm of my hand like that. They get to maybe about this big. This apple, I would hesitate to say this is only used for cooking because there'll be people down in the comments
the
right
fuck?
now saying, I like to eat Bramleys just as they are.
Sourdough
More power to you,
cookies?
but
I've never heard
Bramley
of sourdough
seedling,
cookies.
this apple, is one of a...
All apples taste the same. No, come on, Empire. Really? Really? Yeah, I want pie. I want pie too. God damn it. Thanks a
large
thanks a
number
lot, Ergy.
of what we call cooking apples, cooking varieties, culinary apples. There are varieties that have been bred to be cooked in pies or baked or, used in sauces, those sorts of things. Usually they need a bit of sugar added.
So there was this one time where so I went and hung out with my friend in New York, and we were just like walking around, and we were joking about pies and people fucking pies, and we like I don't remember the full conversation, okay, but we were like after a while we were both like, okay, you know what, I kind of actually want pie now. We've been talking about pies. And it was New York in winter, and we found this place that was called Pie Face that had like pies that all had like faces on them, like this. And it was so fucking good. It was so good. They were so delicious. It was crazy. And then I learned that they closed. Like the next time I went back up to New York, they closed. I don't know. They don't have is it a chain? I haven't seen one for. Yeah, look, Australian. Wait, is it Australian? Is Pie Face Australian? Oh my god. They were Australian? Are they still? They might have collapsed. No, they were so good. The faces were cute. I'll say that. It was good
most
pie,
people's
okay?
taste,
I'm sorry
often
if they went
they
down.
have a particular behavior
They still
when they're
exist?
cooked.
Okay.
So some cooking apple varieties dissolve down into apple sauce really easily. Others keep a nice firm texture that would be quite good for apple chunks in an apple pie. Bramley, arguably the most common and popular cooking apple variety, is a really good
finally, my
all-rounder.
game is ready.
It retains enough of its texture when it's cut into chunks and cooked that it's good in apple pies. You cook it a little bit further, it will break down into a sauce. And it has a distinctive apple flavour. I think a lot of people in the UK associate with the flavour of apple pie. When we think of apple pie flavour, we're partly thinking of Bramley.
Interesting.
Anyway, that is cooking apples versus eating
Ooh,
apples.
cider apple. Okay, right. That's what I wanted to do. I want to make mead. I want to make mead. Okay? I want to make mead. I want to do a king cobra. Right? I want to make some mead. Just like Cobes. Oh, since you're here, okay. There, I was telling chat earlier about how I've been watching the 85-part documentary, the comprehensive documentary on Chris Chan, and during the last episode that's available, there was a surprise, like, after Chris got arrested for the thing that she did, right? I clipped this bit from the documentary. Okay, it's so good.
Fuck Chris Chan, that nasty ass motherfucker. And I mean that quite literally, because he really is a motherfucker. Like, Jesus Christ, YouTube, I'm over it. People suck, I need a beer.
True, King! Speaking of truth, bro. Holy fucking base! People suck, I need a beer! Oh, it's so good. Oh, rest in power. Holy shit.
Or dessert apples. So I'll start with some of those. Shall I put some red apples in as well? In fact, no, let's not, because the crust is going to be made from powdered apples, which is a mixture of Bramleys and dessert apples. The juice that we're going to rehydrate this in is from a mixture of apples. But let's make the apple pieces themselves, all of these green apples, because then we've got a little bit of difference between the filling and everything else in the pie. Bearing in mind it is all going to be apple. And then I've got some apple juice. This was frozen. This is the second to last litre of apple juice I've got from that cider pressing. It's been in the freezer. There's still a little bit of it slightly frozen, but mostly thawed out now. So that's going to go over the top of these apple pieces. Just weigh those down like that to keep them immersed. And then that's going to soak for, well, overnight at very least. Got about half that apple juice left. These are my Bramley.
Okay, I may turn him up a bit, like put him on 1.25 speed. But before I do that, I wanna tell you just how bad it is, how bad my Uma Musume obsession has gotten. And on one hand, this is not that alarming because I have definitely done this for other things that I've been like hyperfixated on. Okay? I haven't spent any money. I've not spent any money on this game. I am not going to spend money on this game. You can play this game without like buying shit. Is that game actually unironically good or no? Okay. I'll tell you what I like about it and then you can decide, okay? What I like, it obviously, like, once you get past, like, the fucking novelty of, like, or the weirdness of, like, oh, it's a horse girl game with, like, big tits, okay? Like, all of these chicks have, like, huge, well, not almost all of them have, like, huge tits, okay? Apart from that, it's actually a pretty good, like, I like it because you essentially, you have all these trainees, and you put them through, like, a career, and you're trying to train them up to do, like, whatever type of race that they're kind of already, like, predisposed to being good at, right? Like you have some runners that are good for sprints, some runners that are good for like long distance, and so on. And there is quite a bit of like RNG involved where like certain events can happen that make you like learn skills faster, or maybe some shit happens and your runner's mood goes down, so you have to deal with that. So that's the part that
I love
like.
huge, massive, milky titties on my horses in real life. Ice Beans 2025.
No, stop. Stop. No. Rip Harura. Oh yeah, did she pass away? Wait, what did she? I know that another horse like one of Goldship's daughters recently passed away. I assume it involves horse breeding too, right? Well, no, not exactly. So when you no, it doesn't involve horse breeding, okay? But it does involve like parentage and lineages. So like okay, so when you start a career, you pick a trainee, right? You pick like okay, let's just say like who would I want to go with? Okay, I'm gonna do like my Summer Maru. No, I actually need to do someone who I want to get a better version of. Let's look at my team real quick. Sorry, I know. Get to the piston. We need more horses. Maybe we'll do... No, not her. Maybe let's get a upgraded version of Special Week, maybe? Okay, so... this is my horse Special Week, okay? When you start like a career, you pick two horses or two trainees or two veterans basically that somebody else made in the past, right? They're called legacies. Here, I'm gonna make the game big for like a second, okay? So when you can borrow them from other people, right? And what they will do is they will give you stats like a stat boost at the start, and they'll like make it be more likely that you will like be able to learn their skills, right? And people care about that quite a lot because the like all of these stars on the side are like what you can inherit from not only the parents but the grandparents of these two legacies, right? Does this game have any male horses or characters? It does not. It does not have any male. This is a female-only school. Are you just watching other guys doing with apples? Yes, Akriel. I heard something about the game not trying to make it too sexual because the people who actually own these horses will shut it down. Yes, Ties. The apparently one of the horses, some idiot sent like basically like gore porn of one of the horses to like the actual horse's owner. And yeah. Like that's crazy, right? There is some like mildly like okay, like Maya Top Gun, for example, this character, there is like there's some like there is a little weird stuff where like they think they have this like she has this idea that she's going to date the trainer. And the trainer, like, basically lets her down at every turn. But it's still, like, it's still there. The fact that, hold on. Like, it's still in there, right? This is my gooning game, right, I know. Of the actual horses? No, of the characterizations. What do you mean actually own these horses? Oh, yeah, these are all real horse. Like, Maya on Top Gun is a real horse. Gold Ship is a real horse. Like all of these girls are based off of real life horses. And the horses are almost most. I think if I'm not mistaken, a lot of most of the actual horses are male, but then you have some mares as well. We get it. The game is Vosh approved. True. That's so weird. Not really. I don't understand why people play these games. They're literally made to drain as much money out of you as possible. Not really, though, Acreal. Like, that's why I'm saying that, like, I don't... That's why it's, like, surprising to me that I actually like this. Because there is, the mechanics of the actual career itself are interesting to me, right? Yeah, like, there is obviously, like... if I spent money on this game, then I would have an easier time in terms of like getting to the top leagues or like battling against other people. But that's not really what I'm interested in. I'm more interested in like the actual managing of the career and like building up like a good team and stuff. And you can do that. You can absolutely do that without spending money, because there's like a mechanic where you can borrow other people's like cards and their trainees and stuff. So basically you can kind of mooch off of people who have maybe paid for the game. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say the tits are huge. You don't think it's weird they made a game based on real horses with their anime girls with huge tits instead? I'm not surprised that that's something that's there, right? I wouldn't say the tits are huge. The tits are pretty huge, okay? Super Creek has gigantic old big titties, okay? Okay, who am I actually playing? Okay, sorry. I'm going back to the Apple video is becoming second screen content because that's what's happening now.
Soaking overnight.
Empire expected bigger tits.
Nice and floppy now and rehydrated. But rehydrated
old big
with
titties,
apple
big
juice,
old titties.
so doubly appley. I'll drain that off into the pan because we're going to use that apple juice that's remaining.
Also, Acria, I'm not saying that like I'm not saying that those aspects aren't there and that they aren't like sort of like psychologically influencing me or something. I'm not saying that it doesn't exist, right? I'm just saying that like I like the game for things that are not the gacha part of it. The gacha part of it is not what keeps me in the game, right?
For the sauce. So I'm going to put that on the stove and start that reducing before we do anything else. If you can hear white noise in the background, it's pouring with rain here today. So this is a pleasant Sunday afternoon activity.
Yeah, but like, okay, hold on. No, the other parts are there to just serve the gacha part, though. Right? No, I understand that, but I'm saying that the other parts of it are, I think that like the game mechanics are like pretty good. That's what I'm trying to say. Like if like I don't even watch it, I don't even read the stories or anything like that. Although there are people who do that for that, or at least they like the stories. I just like the actual like, okay, try to get them, you know, see what happens. Like, do they win all their races? Blah 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 blah. Shit like this, right?
Weird apple pies. I feel like I won't use that bit in the pie. It's just a bit discoloured.
Aren't the
So now I'm
mechanics
going to
just
cut
the
these
UI?
up into little cubes.
Wait, what do you mean?
For my apple pie filling.
The UI? No. Here's the bits.
And at the moment they're still quite woolly, but when that
Wait,
other apple
a
juice...
lot of games are just the UI though? Wait, hold on a second. I don't understand what that means. You don't actually do anything during a race, you just touch UI? No, I know that you don't do anything during the race, right? But like, okay, fuck. Here. Let's just do a fucking generic career that I'm not gonna really think about too much, okay? Actually, you know what? Fuck it, we'll go back and do Gold Ship. Because I just recently did Gold Ship and whatever. Okay, cool. I did Gold Sheet last time. Let's do... Okay. Okay, so... Also, I'm not putting on any music, okay? This looks like a good video for the game that goes over everything. Wait. What is this?
Meet Junkui Hen.
Oh, this is the history. Oh, actually, this is a good one to watch for. Maybe we'll watch that. But let me add this. Let me add this to the list, actually, because I don't know if I want to watch this now. I just want to like go over the basic whatever, like explain this. Right? It's a management game. Right? That's what I'm saying. It's a management game. I guess that I just didn't have the like, okay, so the game part of it that you interact with is like when you have the trainee, you decide what she does with the turns that she has. Okay, so she can level up speed, stamina, power, guts, or wits, right? And so for me, I'm interested in because she's a long distance runner, so she needs to have high speed and stamina, right? And there's like a failure rate whenever you click on these things, so that's something you have to manage as well. Yeah, you click a button and you watch all the gameplay happen. Yeah, no, I understand that, Akriel, right? But like, it's just because I'm not physically like doing the thing doesn't mean that it's not like a game, right? Like, just because I'm not, yeah, it's a planning, it's a management game. Like, I'm sending them off to getting trained, and then they come back to me with like with a bigger stat than when before, or they might go fail the training or something like that. I have to deal with that, right? And that is actually the part that I like. It's more grinding than strategy? No, because there is a lot of strategy that's involved in it. Because you can't end a career unless you are strategic. Like, there's a person here, for example, that gives hints, and she's kind of giving, like, generic hints that, like, players say are not, like, that helpful outside of being a beginner, right? But, like, for example, there's strategy. Okay, so this is like a support. This girl right here is a support card that I had in my, like, you know, she was one of the supports. And if I do this power training right now, she might give me a skill hint for one of these. But do I want one of these? Maybe not. Right? That's where, like, there's definitely strategy. And this is what I was saying. This is why I was saying that this is how obsessed I've become. I actually fucking, like, printed out one of, like, the guides for, like, what skills are, like, good and what are not. And I only use it as a kind of reference now because I know enough to not need the guide. But that's how obsessed it's gotten to the part where I've actually printed out a thing. Prima strategy guide. Oh god, don't. Mr. Beans asked if he should be concerned, and I told him that, like, actually no, you should not be concerned, because, like, this is a level of hyperfixation that is to be expected with whenever I get into a game like this. This is the level that I get into it. I told him all about my the dragon game that I used to play, and how obsessed I was with that. Bean studied the horse. I think I'm pretty sure I've told y'all about the dragon game I used to play, the Dragon Neopets game. Right. But anyways, okay. Let's put him on speed, okay? Because he's nice and everything, but he's a little too slow for me. Okay.
Has reduced a little bit. I'll cook them in there for a bit. They will absorb some more liquid, and the texture will change a bit. Anyway, that's what I'm doing now. I'm just going to dice these into little uniform dice. Skins are staying on. I wouldn't always do that in an apple pie, but this is going to be quite well cooked. That juice that was left over from the soaking, which may be not exactly apple juice because something soaked into the apples, maybe differentially. I think that's sufficiently reduced for now. So the apple pieces can go in there, which is going to take it off the boil for a moment because they're cold. So that's the apple piece.
Okay, alright. I was so busy with work, I couldn't finish Silk Song. Also, Beans, I know everything about anime, horse girl racing. Well, yeah, because I I could really only do things that, like, essentially, like, this is something that's like, oh, I have it on my phone, so I play it during lunch or whatever. You know what I mean? The ADHD strong enough. Yeah, okay. I guess the games are designed to do that to you. But I guess what is the core conflict that you're having there, Akria? Like what is the what's the I guess the issue? I'm not denying that they have like mechanics that keep you interested or wanting to pay, and I'm not saying that doesn't happen, right? Like, I guess I don't understand the issue. Like, I'm not saying I'm not affected by any of that, right? I'm just saying that I actually find the game in and of itself has an interest, right? A good game should keep you interested. No, I think that there's some that are there can be games that are like essentially not dopamine slop, but like I guess like maybe you could say predatory. Like, it's a lot of nothing for you know, lights and colors and noises. Where's the cutoff? Yeah, I think I think it's, to me, if there's something interesting that they like, actually interesting, that goes beyond the normal like Candy Crush type of thing, right? I don't like these games because everything in them is designed to trick you. These are not games by developers that love games. They're being made by businessmen that are trying to get poor people to spend more than they should. I think the gacha part of it, I guess you could say there's like a like, yeah, there's like an ethical question there, right? But if what they have produced, like, because at this point it's like the actual like core career mechanic is like kind of like a rogue, it's like a roguelike, right? You do a run, you try to get to the end, you win or you don't, right? And like the fact that they have mechanics that are interesting, that are sort of meaningful or make sense for the character, whatever the fuck. Again, there's story there that I don't even touch because I'm not interested in the story, but there are people who like the story, right? I guess if they think that it's a roguelike, okay, I mean, now, no! Remove the gacha element and you just described every game. No, I think I know what Akriel is indicating towards, in that there are like, there are some games where it is clear that you cannot actually do anything with it unless you pay money, right? Do you feel the same for alerts? Paying $2.50 for a 30-second alert is just dopamine hits? Yeah. Depends on how manipulative they are with it. I have a huge problem with the way Rhizome does it. Actually, how does Rhizome do it? That's different to how, like, we do it. You know, like, when I say we, I mean, like, Rezi or me, right? Because I don't watch Rhizome, like, or I haven't watched Rhizome in a while to know, like, how Rhizome does it anymore. If that makes sense.
This is in. Now I'm just going to cook this, simmer it, and reduce it. The apples will probably swell up a little bit more and absorb some of the juice, but also I want to drive off the water out of here and make it more sticky and syrupy. This is not how I'd normally make a filling for an apple pie, but if I was making a filling for an apple pie conventionally, this might be the point where I would add some spice. Maybe ground mixed spice, maybe cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger,
Wait,
something
he's
like
not
that.
going to put any
I'm not
spices
going to
in
do
it?
that
That's
today.
crazy.
Not because I don't like those flavours, but because this pie needs to be 100% apple. I
Holy
switched to a
shit.
slightly larger pan,
Okay.
just because, well, when these apple pieces swelled up a little bit, the liquid wasn't evaporating off the top because there was just a layer of apple on top of the liquid. It wasn't reducing at all. It was just boiling underneath. So this is actually now cooking and reducing at the same time. It looks like it's going to come together about
It's
right.
100 apple. Okay.
There's still way too much liquid in there at the moment, so we'll just keep going.
Although I guess you could say, I will say, if he's using apple juice, there is some consideration of it not being 100% apple, right? Unless he's saying that constantly, like, cooking it down and he's saying he's burning off all the water, you know? But I don't know. I feel like he's capping a little bit. He made the apple juice himself. No, I know. I think he mentions, like, cooking it down and then rehydrating, cooking it down, right? There's water in there at some point, right? Like, okay, monetizes everything and revolves his content around those monetization options. Like, half of his screen is just different ways to donate shit. No, okay, I see what you mean. But, like, I guess the core, it's okay, so you're not, it's not that you have an issue with the fact that there is that monetization thing that's like basically the equivalent of a dopamine hit. You're saying that you don't like the concentration of it. You don't like the concentration of it, right? I don't know if there's water other than the water that's naturally in apples. Gotcha, okay. I guess there's like, take Candy Crush. Also, Acriel, would this be easier to explain over VC? You can call in if you want. Pretty simple idea. Match 3, let people pay if they want to try again, except then the devs start designing the game around that payment. Now they manipulate the board to get you to pay. Yeah, right. I understand that. Right. And I think there's a difference between, like, it's all the tempo to give you. No. Okay, hold on. Wait, Acriel, do you want to come into VC and talk about it? Because I think it might be easier to. Okay. Wit. Give her some wit. He can be a little smart. Just a little bit. Because I don't think that you're wrong in your assessment that there is, like, particularly with, I'm not that familiar with gacha games. Okay, like, this is, like, I think the first time I've ever played a gacha game. But I've played games that, or I've, played games that have some of those aspects where there is a hard line, or not a hard line, but like at some point it's like, if you want to get this content, then you have to pay, and we're gonna do all that we can to make this content very appealing, right? Why all these horse characters, girls, angry face? You can skip or revive content for big money. It pins chat against each other. Oh, right. For what content happens, and the content is supposed to be a bit painfully erotic to begin with. I think that is what Acriel is saying. Right. But here's my question, and this is my I guess this is the question that I have for you, right? Or at least. Because the actual game of Candy Crush is very, like... It's very... I guess mediocre. Like, it's just a matching game. Right? If Candy Crush had a complexity complexity to it. If you, instead of Candy Crush, for example, you were playing like Solitaire, for example. Like, you know how Solitaire has like a like there's like an interest to it. There's like a game, it has rules, you know. If that's the part that you like, or if they do a good job at making that part, right? At what level would you say that you would tolerate the more predatory aspects of it because you like the core game that they provide? Does that make sense? I like to play Candy Crush a lot. I like to crush different kinds of licorice with my teeth. Okay. I'm not saying that, like, the, I think because I'll say what I feel like, especially when I go on to, like, the, like the subreddit or whatever I've seen about this game. It's not just a game. There's like a fucking anime or some shit. Apparently. Or comics, maybe? I don't fucking know, okay? There's like other media that it has like, or that is revolving around this, right? So whenever I go on there, it's like lore, it's like about like skill guides. They just released like a whole update. Like that 6 GB update that I downloaded was them doing a massive overhaul of all of the mechanics. So like technically this guide is like that I printed just a few days ago is fucking outdated already because they made like an update that came to the Japan version like about a year after the Japan version was released. So now it's like the US's version to get that massive update, right? And then they'll have to, like, down the line, they'll have to do certain tweaks to, like, the mechanics or something like that. But I see that as, like, not that dissimilar to something like League. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you feel? Because I would honestly, in terms of, like, some of the way that they handle the mechanics and that, I would say it's, like, kind of like League, right? Okay, also, I'm not... Maybe this is not a good game to play when I'm, like, talking about it because I'm not thinking about what I'm doing here. What does League have a left reputation for doing? Making new heroes OP as fuck for a while? Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying that, like, no, they do, like, regular releases or something. I'm not saying that there's no business strategy behind it. There's absolutely business strategy behind it, right? Like, the fact that they come out with, they have a roster of characters that they're adding to, right? Like, I'm not saying that's not happening. But I'm asking you, like, at what point, or at least, if the core game is interesting to you, like, how much of the predatory shit are you willing to accept? Because that absolutely a lot of games have predatory shit in it, right? Does that make sense? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, for me, I know that at some point, I'll probably get, like, I'm not gonna be able to keep up, and, like, it's not gonna be worth it to me to get back and re-familiarize myself with, like, the meta and all that. And then at that point, I'll probably be like, okay, whatever. It'll be whatever, because it was just something that it was kind of like a time killer in a way, right? That's I guess my question, you know? Also, that was Miss Big Titties back there with the in the blue. I don't know. I think I definitely I wouldn't like. I guess I'm not throwing out Uma Musume as like a this is predatory and it's not interesting. I'm saying it's like, yeah, it's got predatory tactics, but I actually find the mechanic, like this part of it is what I normally would pay attention to. And normally I'd be paying attention to like her stats and like figuring out which, like, because like even things like the events and the choices that they give you will do different things to them, right? I can't play when I know they're just trying to fuck me. That's fair. Like for me, I always like will pick the whatever option will give me the most skill points, you know? But it's this none of the okay, this is I think the part of it, right? Here, let's just go to like the rest of it, okay? That was the career section. Like obviously they have like here's the gacha part of it, okay? This is sort of the gacha part of it, because when you and you can see all the gold things are like what you'd have to pay for. There are paid carrots and there are free carrots. Like this is the free carrots. I don't have any paid carrots, right? And basically the way you get new trainees is you scout them. And when you scout them, so you get like as part of events and stuff, you'll get like free tickets, which is what I have here, right? And you can spend your like free carrots and do like a 10 times scout that will like, oh, if you do the 10 times scout, then that's guaranteed to have a better version of whatever it is that you're looking for. But obviously it might not be the one you are like that you want or that you need or whatever the fuck else, right? And that's, I think that part of it is like whatever, because when you play the game, you will like, okay, again, I've not spent any money, right? But I have all of these cards that I can use, for example, right? Finally, somebody watched my 100% Apples videos. Watches them get second screen to a Horse Girl Gooner mobile game. Jesus. And stun locked on the horse game. Well, to be fair, it's because Acriel, like we're talking about this, right? I don't see the game at all. I just see the shady shit that goes in the back end to get you to pay. The rest is just window dressing to confuse you. I think I think that's the part that like. If it was just window dressing, Acriel, if it was window dressing that wasn't interesting or like didn't have like any like you could see it is transparent, like it is 100% business in the sense that like the people don't actually care about making a coherent good game, like then that would be one thing. That's what I disagree, at least in terms of this game. There is like a level of interest of whether it makes sense, whether it like engages, and whether you can apply skill or if it's all RNG. If it was all RNG, then I'd have a different view of it. But it's not all RNG. There's absolutely skill involved. And it's not like I didn't get to be like whatever this fucking rank is because of RNG and my cards. It's also because I learned how to play the game better, right? Copium? I don't know. That's just cope? Okay. Like I guess like I don't agree with that. Like you're saying, like it's the fact that it's because the same like the actual career itself is not, they're not changing. It's not like they changed they're not changing like the fact that, for example, this character will have like an event. There's a chance of that event not happening or something, right? Paying for less RNG is fair. No, no. They don't. Hold on a second. No, the paying for less RNG happens over here in the scouting. In the actual career, there's no paying happening. Right? It's designed to make you not agree. Wait, so you're saying that none of this involves skill at all? Is that what you're trying to say? Like, because I don't agree with that. And that's what I'm coping about? Like, I don't get that. I don't know. I'm just gonna get back to the Apple video because I don't think you and I are gonna see eye to eye on that. Like, I've already acknowledged that there are predatory aspects of it. I don't engage with those predatory aspects. I think you're totally fine with fine to boycott them or not play those games or whatever, hold them in disdain because of those predatory tactics, and that's fine. I'm saying to the extent to which a skill is involved is only there to make you think your skill matters. I can see that. I don't know to what level this game does it as opposed to other gacha games, because again, I don't play gacha games. Like, this is the only gacha game I've ever played. So I don't know, like, to what level this game does it better or worse than others, right? What I'm saying is that I can tell you from when I started to now, I know more about the mechanics and I know more about the game itself in order for me to have, like, objectively better runs than when I first started playing. I mean, it's not unlike, like, in League, how you learn how to farm, you learn how to gank, you learn how to do this and that shit in the game, and those things, like objectively make your skills better, right? Who's the brown horse girl? The one jogging in the background? This one? I don't think any of them are brown, I'm gonna be honest with you. They're all Japanese. Yeah, we're in danger of looping. Yeah, that's fair. Alright, let's get back to the 100% apples video. It's in another background? Oh, okay, sorry.
That's really not far off now. Before it actually
If you're talking about the training ones, then...
Right, we're just going to have a slight interlude for handheld blender. I want this apple pie filling to have a sauce to it. So I'm going to very briefly blend some of these apples. Not the whole lot. Just like...
That's an interesting blender he's got too. I've never seen that kind of blender.
That's a bit more like it. Right, now back to the cooker, just to reduce that a bit more. And this will have to be stirred constantly now, or else it will catch and burn. So I think we're getting close. I do need to make my filling a bit thicker than it would normally be in an apple pie because of what the crust is going to be made of. I think we'll stop there because it will carry on drying out a bit as the steam dissipates. Now the tricky part, which I think stands to be the fun part too. So, my apple powder. So it did occur to me, I could just get a little dish, put some of this apple pie filling in the bottom of the dish, sprinkle some of this apple powder on top, and call it apple crumble. And done. But anyway, I'm going to attempt to make apple pastry now. When I did this on the dummy run, I used water to hydrate that. Obviously I can't do that now because we are going for 100% apple pie. No other ingredients.
You can't fucking use water,
apples
dude.
contain water,
That's
but
ridiculous.
apples are not water. So anyway, we're going to hydrate this with apple juice.
Fucking apple juice, dude.
Just to keep faithful to the 100% apple attempt. I'm going to make this relatively dry. It does need a little bit more than that. Right, so we've got some sort of apple dough there. Now, because of the amount of sugar in there, and I think also the cellulose, we'll have trouble getting that not to stick to a non-stick surface. So I do have a cunning plan for this. We will just temporarily line that pie dish.
That's a bit
cling film.
better than scraping it off with the fucking knife.
Does that look about the right amount of crust in there? Let's assume it is. The other layer of cling film across the top like that. And then, second pie dish.
Is this how you make pie?
And try to force that up the sides and make a pie case like that. Let's see how that's working. Is it working? Well, almost.
Oh, is that how you do
What I need to
that?
do first is just, massage it over the tops like that. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay. Now, I could just oil these or butter these dishes and that would stop this from sticking, more than likely. But again, we are in this 100% apple mode. Therefore, we can't do that. Right, okay. Another plan is required. At least I know this is releasing okay from the cling film. So this was the
Okay,
bag
for off
from
to
inside
run
the cereal
errands,
packet,
have a nice
which
stream.
happened to split all the way along the
Thank you for hanging out, Uni. Use apple oil. Is there a thing as apple oil? Here, I'm gonna make the game small content again, okay? Because I'm getting more I'm getting more invested in this actually.
See? What I'll do, I think, is roll that out in between. Start again with the ball. It's really not got any doughiness to it because it is just apple. And then what we'll attempt is to just roll that out with a rolling pin between the two sheets. Pretty good.
Oh, there is a
We're getting
here.
somewhere.
There is a fucking I just realized there is a crane game in this fucking in the game. That's very it is super like it's a crane game. It's a fucking crane game, okay? And they have this in there. Crane games are skill based in Japan. Wait, are they really? So like wait, really? They are? They're not do they not do the thing where like they're only designed to pick up something, or you know what I mean? They don't have the random grip. Oh, interesting. I've played some, there are legit strats. Wait, are you saying that there are legit strats for the random ones, or are you talking about the Japanese one? Because I've heard there are cute things that you can win from like the Japanese crane games, but I didn't know that they are like skill based, right? So I'm actually surprised that I was able to pick that one up. But like this, like the crane game is an event that like very rarely happens. So you can never like count on it, and even if you win, like whatever you pick up might not give you like the right whatever. So, anyways, okay.
It looks like it's about the right diameter, maybe a bit more, because it's got to drape down into the pie dish.
There's still a money sink.
So
oh,
that
I'm
comes off
sure.
there,
Yeah.
okay. One film onto that side. Up and over, and then.
He's using what looks like a cereal bag for this. That's great.
Yep. Come on. That's oh, come on. It's stuck to that side then.
He can just peel it off,
Wow.
right? There you go.
Did I mention this is sticky?
A
All right.
TikTok. Sorry. Okay, wait.
end win box attached to this like jiggly band, and you had to use the 2-pronged UFO catcher, it's only 2 claws instead of 3, to slowly pick up the box and shimmy it off of the edge until the band kind of just releases it. So I was going kind of for the back just to see what that would do. Then I moved on to the front, and every single time it did definitely lower below that bar. So I went for the back again right here, and I picked it up almost by the front, and that moved it a lot. Then I went for the back again because it seemed like that was kind of going to be my best bet. Picked it kind of up, and it jiggled some more in the front. And then finally I just decided, you know what, I'm going to go for the very front of it. I got basically underneath the box all the way, right in front of the cord, and it lifted it, and the box fell onto the platform.
Interesting. Okay, yeah. Wait, so he has to pay for every try. They're made to reward you, but only after you pay enough. The pure luck claw machines are worse for making money because if you don't ever win, you'll stop playing. The pure luck claw machine. Wait, so pure luck. I guess it depends on what's the I guess it depends on what is the rate of pure luck would be like it's random chance versus like if it's like a claw machine that's like rigged, for example, it'll only grip on like every 50th turn or every like it's randomized, but it's still up to it. Like there has to be at minimum 50 turns before it'll randomly click on, you know? Right. The average machine in America is made to play out after a certain number of attempts by adjusting. Right, There's a place near me called Round 1, and they have those machine barcade chains, so you may have near one. Okay. Interesting. And when you say after you pay enough, you're talking about the American ones, right, Akriel? Or are you talking about the Japanese ones?
I kept finding myself thinking, if only we could flour
the
the work
Japanese
surface.
ones, okay.
We can't, because obviously flour would be a non-apple ingredient, except
Interesting,
if
okay.
it's apple flour.
I don't know how the mini game in the I don't know how the mini game in the
dough.
game is
Added some more
coded.
dry ingredients to this as well. So this is now a bit
Coated.
drier as well, which may make it more crumbly, or it might make it just firmer.
An average amount before win, ideally.
goes.
Yeah, that's fair.
A little dusting of apple flour on the top too.
I feel like I'm so sad we talk about Japan after King Solomon went to bed. Yeah. It's okay. I'll ask him tomorrow. What's his experience with crane games?
I still don't want to put this directly into this pan because it will just stick. I'm certain of it. However, hopefully now we can
icebeans, what state? South Carolina.
ease this crust into place.
Okay, wait. Why am I looking
Well, that
at
went a
this
bit
field again?
smoother that time. That seems like it's working. Just got to make sure it's all the way down to the bottom so we don't put any stress on it. I'll just flatten off this top here. So
Is he going to
going
put the pan in it again? The second pan?
Top crust. I think while I've been fiddling around anyway, I think the filling is actually cooled down. So I'm going to do the same again. I'm going to make some more apple pastry for the top crust. Getting a bit low on it.
So like, okay, so now is when like I, see whether my like training of this character actually like fucking works out for me. And like there's a way to see basically whether like stat wise I stack up against the others, and like stat wise speed, stamina, and power are fine, guts and wits are like right? The comments of this video killed me.
Apple dust now, but I can always make some more. Alright, here we go then. So that's my top crust ready. Just offer that up, make sure it's big enough. It's not quite big enough.
This feels like the kind of recipe a horse would come up with. I knew my attention span wasn't ruined. I simply hadn't found my true content for me. 100% apple. Look inside. Apple? Doctors have nightmares like this. This is the typical gluten-free baking experience. Doctors hate him. Horses love him. Oh my god. In the Haywood Wall in Greenville, they're getting a round 1. Ooh, Greenville? Okay, I'll have to see how far away Greenville is away from me.
Apple filling into my apple bottom crust.
Ah, that noise is
fill that
that
right
noise
up
is some like
to level.
macaroni
This
wet ass
pie
pussy
is
shit.
only going to get baked enough
Come
to crisp
on!
up the crust because everything else is already cooked. Top crust on the top.
Wait, this isn't the
Impressive.
full. This isn't the complete. Oh wait, no, this is the pie that he made. Why does it look bigger? Does he make another? Okay, never mind.
Down.
Hold on.
And then if I can, I'll get this sheet up of here. Oh, this is fragile.
Oh shit.
Come on. Not happening. Palette knife, perhaps.
One of the comments is like, I really like this recipe, but unfortunately I'm allergic to one of the ingredients. Oh god, an apple allergy sounds like
still
it'd
patch
be
this up.
awful, really.
So, I haven't given up yet. That is a mess. But we can patch this up. So I'm just going to take these pieces of pastry off the edge here like this. Because I will use those
We'll look at the rest. We'll look at some of the
On
other
top.
comments afterwards.
to patch up this crust.
Where's the...
Yeah, I think we're going to get away with this. At least so far. Yeah, it's not going to have any kind of integrity at all. So I think what I may have to do
He
is
baked
build it up
it,
in
right?
layers. So,
Oh shit, never
apple
mind.
juice, brush that on. Apple powder.
Oh my god.
Dust it on. Press it down. Okay, well, it kind of looks a bit like a pie. We're not remotely out of the woods yet, though. However, let's give it a
Oh,
little
he's
crimp
giving a little
around the
crimpy
edge if we can.
edge. That's cute.
Something like that. I think maybe another layer of apple juice, just to try to bind that
Oh, it's okay.
dust
That
together.
hmm.
And then one last little dusting if there's enough in there.
He could have ground it a bit more, maybe.
All right. Now, how the heck are we going to cook that? Good question. Baking tray. Non-stick, reusable baking liner. These are usually super non-stick. I'm making sure I haven't got the cling film tucked under. Invert that onto there. The dish should just come off because that's just held on by the cling film. And I'm going to bake it upside down.
What?
I say bake it. I'm going to attempt to bake it upside down.
I don't know that you normally want to do that with pies, but I could be wrong.
I think
I've
it
never
might
made
work.
pie. I've never made pie.
Okay, that's going to go in a low oven. Probably like 150 degrees Celsius for as long as I dare. I'm not sure this is a good idea. In fact, I'm not sure any of this project is a good idea. But I am going to pierce a little steam vent in the top here because I definitely don't want this bursting. That is obviously going to be the bottom of the pie when it's cooked, but we won't see that bit. Okay. Oh, I can see it. Oh no, I think those are creases actually, rather than cracks.
Creases
anyway,
rather
good luck,
than
little
cracks,
pie.
okay?
I'll check on that after 10 minutes. Right, that's after 10 minutes of cooking, and I actually turned it down because I don't want the insides to boil.
Why is he taking it out?
It is dry.
Isn't he messing with like the cooking time by doing that? Like if you take it out halfway? I don't know anything about pie, okay? I don't know anything about pie.
On
Okay.
the outside now. I don't know that we're
Like
going to
you'd
get
never
it
want to
crisp
do this
there,
for a cake,
and I
right?
daren't really take it any further, so I'm probably going to stop there. We will get the top crisp because I can put that underneath the grill. I've just got a little bit more dough.
What's he doing? Is he plugging the hole? Ah, he is.
Just paper over the
Amazing.
cracks here. Okay. I just ate raw dough. How about that? Right, I'm going to leave that to cool. I think we're cool enough to handle now. So, here goes. Oh, cracked. Darn it. Okay. That's going to go onto there.
Oh, now he's cooking
Like
the top
that.
part. Okay.
think
It's not
actually-
the same?
This may turn out to be a disaster, but I'm just going to slip it in there now that that bottom is dried up. That will constrain it into pie
How are
shape.
you doing, Tuna?
Only the top is now going to receive further baking. Just let's see if we can actually repair this crack. I think I might glaze the top with apple juice anyway. Although that is all soaking in. Okay. And you actually got the rather coarse pieces of apple. Now, let's just see if we can do a little repair job there. Just smoosh that back together.
I mean, does he need to repair it? Is it just aesthetics? He's doing
Might
that
do the
for?
job, actually. And then perhaps we'll just have a little sprinkle of those bits on top.
And the closer corners, maybe?
Just to make it look a bit more crusty or something. That's now going to go under the grill on a low heat, just really to dry that out and try and crisp it up. Okay, owing to the nature of the everything, this is not going to go crispy. It has dried out and it has browned. I daren't take it any further than that or else it will just catch. You can already see it's actually started to toast a little bit in places.
Oh shit.
That's as far as I dare take it. Anyway, I'm going to leave that to dry out now and then we'll give it a taste. The dish is now cool enough. I'm going to try to turn this out. Is it going to come out?
You didn't use any butter, so
It wedged
probably
itself in
not.
there. Oh, good. Okay, well,
Oh,
it's now
nice.
one piece-ish. And then back over again. So here is the finished 100%
Let's fucking
apple
go.
pie. So,
Okay, but he's using a not apple plate for this. So I think this should disqualify him then and there.
got a little bit of crispiness to the crust. Not as much as I would have liked, but it is a crust. Next thing I think I need to do is just try to cut a photogenic wedge out of here for the thumbnail.
Amazing.
Well, there we go. 100% apple pie. I wonder what it tastes like. Brace yourself for this revelation. It tastes of apples. What else could it taste of? The experience is pie. There's a crust here, look.
There's
little
a
bit doughy,
crust.
but that's because of the journey we've been through. You watch the whole process, you know why that happened. The flavour is just intense, complete apple. It's quite remarkable, actually. There's
The
nothing to get in the way
experience
of the apple
is pie.
flavour. The apple filling is a little bit on the sharp side because we used the Bramleys rather than the dessert apples.
Okay.
But there's no sugar. There's no added sugar in this. There's just the natural sugars in the apples. There's nothing except apples in here. And yet it tastes sweet enough, and it does taste kind of like a pie. The illusion of pastry is definitely there. This little part was recorded afterwards in case you're wondering why there's a continuity issue with the completeness of the
He's
pie.
eating more.
This is not one of my criteria for whether something is a pie or not, but you can pick up a slice of this and eat it with more or less the same handling and properties as you would have with a piece of genuine apple pie with a pastry crust. I think it's a pie. Actually,
I feel like pie. Wait, is that a criteria of pie? I feel like. Oh, my light went out. I feel like pie doesn't. Like, are you supposed to be able to hold it in your hands and eat it? Because I feel I've never done that with a normal. Well, maybe with those little pies from like the Pie Face place, but that's just because they're that small and right, like they're like a handheld pie. I think pie in the UK means something different, right? Oh,
try a little piece of my 100% apple pie and enjoyed it. And Jenny agrees that this is definitely a pie. We are definitely experiencing
this
pie.
is definitely a pie.
Despite its unusual composition.
Oh, see, I'm not paying
so there
attention,
we go.
dude.
That is the 100% apple pie. I don't know if anybody else has ever done that. I didn't research this.
Stop
It's just an
that
idea
shit.
I had. I just went off and did it. Is this a world first? I doubt it. But there we go, 100% apple pie. I hope that's been interesting. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.
nice. Meat pie? Yeah, it was a meat pie. Wait, no, do you mean, oh, are you asking if, like, yeah, no, I don't know. UK pies? I don't fucking know, dude. Okay. What do I want to do? I think I want to go eat lunch. So I might call it here. But eat dog. Got to go see ya. See ya, Ergy. Thanks for hanging. Oh, no, we're not eating dog. So tomorrow Because I am gonna be streaming tomorrow. Perfectly arriving at the end. I see how it is. God damn you. How you doing, Turtle? Holy shit. I was saying lunchtime because I'm at work about to take a lunch. Oh, yeah, no, it is lunchtime for me. It's past my lunchtime, okay? Still alive. Good to hear, What do I want to do tomorrow? I don't know what I want to do tomorrow. I need to do a cooking stream at some point. Okay, so the cooking stream will be next week. I'll bring, I need to go restock on like some spices and stuff. So I'll go and do that. Storm the Capitol. Oh, maybe you know what? Maybe I'll go and see if somebody has already done. I think I saw somebody post a link to like some of the like Millhouse posted a link of like the worst of the 20,000 Epstein emails. So maybe we'll do that tomorrow. So we'll go over like the email stuff tomorrow. Because I definitely don't want to, I don't think pouring through all of the emails is the way to go. Right? Like I don't have the attention span for that. Make your burb a costume on screen. We could make a little, you know what? We could do that while making a little costume for Biden. Would ya? give him a little scarf and a hat since it's wintertime. You know what I mean? We could do that while we watch like an overview of the emails. Okay. Let's do that. We'll do that tomorrow and then maybe just do some more React stuff, okay? Or maybe I'll play some Silk Song while I finally can actually play Silk Song, right? So, because yes, Turtle, that is correct. I have not finished Silk Song yet. It's true. I'm so sorry. Okay. You're still not finished with... No, I haven't played it in a... I got one ending. I got, like, I think the typical... The generic ending. And then I'm still in Act 2. I'm trying to figure out how to get to Act 3. So that's where I'm at. I think I need to find all of the fleas. But... Okay. Also, I don't know how I missed the God of Doors Hydrate from 2 hours ago. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Time to uninstall. You saw an ending? Well, no, that's what Mr. Beans did. He got, like, the first ending and then he uninstalled. Okay. Alright, I'm going to raid y'all out. Ooh, look. Let's go over to Empire. I don't think I've ever raided Empire. Let's see who else. Not that many other people on. Yeah, we'll go over to Empire. Okay. Let me also make sure he is... Alright, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Be good. Don't be bad. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Bye. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye.